Good things, good things.
It's
Wait,
brutal.
we should be live now.
Okay, let's try that again.
Short-lived.
Oh, I can.
Hello.
I feel like I can hear you.
Hi, chat. Can you hear us? Please let us know. Someone say something.
I can hear us.
Doc,
Yeah.
can you hear me?
Yes.
Say something. Doc, come on in.
We're good. We're good.
Okay, thank you. I am not going to repeat everything I just said.
So, quick
Somebody.
fire it.
We said hello. I said and anything to say. He said nah, just follow our socials. Thanks for the subscriptions. Threw it back to me. Got caught in the wind, fucked off. Group went up north. Watch episodes 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe. Did that path. Went further north. Found survivors. Said where the monastery is. Went to go see Monastery. Found tracks. Followed tracks. Orc kill. Now where we are.
Okay.
So, last we left off. In the wake of battle, orc corpses lay scattered all around you. One so far has been spared by nothing more than your group's sheer good graces through the need for information. Now this orc looks past you in shock, seeing a very peculiar sight. An eagle. Standing at around 6'8", dark grey skin with tints of bluish purple to indicate this elf's underdark heritage. Long white hair that falls past the shoulders, a piercing stare that you can feel buried through stone, and a noticeable absence of clothes or covering of any sort. The captured orc whispers something to himself in his native tongue. Does anybody here speak Orcish?
I believe I might actually. Hang on.
No, I don't think I do.
I don't.
I do. For once, I speak a language that others don't.
Joel, you hear this orc say in his native tongue, "No, not him. Not nature's fury." The nude individual steps forward, then a second, and a third, until he closes the gap to you all, saying nothing. What would you like to do?
Falcorus will summon his sword, because remember he made it desummon. Summon his sword and point it towards Mr. Brother Nature, not a step further.
The figure stops and looks at the very, very tip of your blade and doesn't say anything. He does stop in his tracks.
Do you understand me?
He nods. Slowly.
And are you friend? We've seen that you've taken down orcs. We've heard that you've taken down orcs. Are you similar vision?
He looks down towards the orc on the ground, and his brow really furrows deeply in anger before looking back at you with his softer wrinkles in the forehead.
I'll desummon the sword.
He looks back down towards the orc again. Again, not a single... You can't even hear him breathe.
Well, I have no idea what to call you. You don't speak. So, we are going to be trying to take over the monastery. We have an important item within the monastery that we're trying to get. Obviously, that means if it's important, then we have to take on the head of the clan. So, it's up to you. Do you fancy getting your... Excuse me, I'm distracted. Do you fancy getting your hands... your hands, just to make sure I'm clarifying body parts here. Do you make sure you want to get your hands dirtier and fight with us?
The drow looks over, and he looks at all of you one by one, making uncomfortable eye contact. Even if you try and avert his gaze, it's almost like his eyes are magnets and your eyes lock into another. Each and every single one of you. Before he finally, for the last person he looks at, looks down towards the orc on the floor, who is still actually, you can tell, without any insight check required, this orc is nervous, seeing this individual come into the equation. The drow looks at all of you, and then looks back to you, Falcorus, who's been leading this conversation with him, per se. Very one-sided conversation, or maybe. and just gives a small nod before raising the head back up again.
Good. That's good. We do need a way to communicate, because you might know things that we don't. This is our first time coming up here. Is there any way that you can talk? Can you talk through Elven? And I'll speak a little bit Elven. I'll speak a little bit of Sylvan.
He doesn't seem to
Fuck.
communicate anything
There
back.
is one more thing I do think. And I look towards Lavender.
Yes, Ghost?
Can I cast a cantrip and cast message on him?
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
And I'll just ask him, is this an easier way to communicate?
As you cast message, the voice in his head of your voice echoes inside his brain. He fixes his gaze to you. Quite.
I have no idea that's happened, so Falcorus is still talking.
We only to learn sign language.
I'll say you don't have to keep saying you need to do sending a message. I'll know
Yeah,
you and I
yeah,
will talk mentally at this point. But yeah.
Yeah. I'll just elaborate. I'll just something Emmerich showed me. I can hear. I can communicate with him.
Oh, you talked to us. Sorry, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, tell him what we know. Tell him what we... If he knows anything that can help us. Anything at all.
Yeah, I do that. It doesn't say there's a limit to it. It's just
No, there's not. And again, we're just
message.
it's a cantrip, so it's fine.
Yeah.
No, the thing about messages, so you need to be able to see the person. That's the limitation on like sending. So,
Mhm.
but that's fine. So what would you like to ask him? Oh, so you give him all the information that you want to give him, whatever that may be.
How? Why are you out here? What are you doing out here? etc.
I'm here to protect nature and her peace.
Do you also hunt the Thunderbrands?
If they step on sacred grounds and hurt nature, they deserve to die. So would you if you were to hurt her.
I have no intention of hurting her.
Hmm.
Oh, excuse
So
me.
have you been keeping track of the monastery? Do you know?
Mhm.
Do you know who is in there? Do you know of Orkneck?
I do not know the names.
It's their chieftain.
There is a
Track them
ringleader
here.
of sorts. One they all look up to. One hand, replaced with axe head.
And between all this as well, I will do communicate.
Yeah, you communicate
with
back with the party, yeah. Fantastic.
them. Has he been hurt in nature?
He just nods.
I don't suppose you know a way into the monastery.
Depends if you want safe way in. If you want dangerous, yes, of course. Main door.
I was more hoping for a safer way.
Not that I'm aware about. I've always stayed away from the monastery. I've only shown interest to it as of late with these infiltrators.
It seems they fear you.
They rightly should. So should you, little man.
Noted. Again, as I'm doing this, I'm just relating everything. Do you think then we can work together? Our goals align.
I will not go on a suicide mission, but I will help. My purpose is beyond dying for your cause.
Even if you can help us get through the herd. The problem is numbers.
If your problem is numbers, you need some weight alleviated, I can help. I'm guessing we'll see Falcoris would ask that.
Yeah.
Kelgor would say, yeah. For the
If
sake of
anyone
easiness,
wants
we'll
to
just do
indicate-
that.
Chinese whispers
Aye.
here.
Rather than me be going,
Yeah.
Killigorm, say this, and then Killigorm says it. And then
Just do that, yeah. So, if your issue is numbers, I can help. If you want distraction, thinning, I can lend my beast form. But again, at the first sight of things going south, I will not stay to help. You will be on your own. I am not your permanent ally.
That's appreciated. We just need a window, really.
I can create something of that sort.
Do you have an idea of numbers?
Quite a few. Come, I have a camp that overlooks.
Okay.
And he just turns around.
Okay.
The orc that's been on the ground this whole time is just sitting there sweating nervously, and almost breathe a sigh of relief as the drow turns his back and begins to walk away.
I'll, with a flourish, summon a sword and cut his throat.
The drow or the orc?
Yeah, I just asked him.
Do not
I just
start
asked the drow to be my friend and help me, and then just cut his throat. Fuck it, why
Do
not?
not start a boss fight we're not prepared for.
You got two boss fights, Brother Nature's one of them. As you slit the orc's throat, do me a favor, roll a persuasion check.
2 seconds. Persuasion should be decent. That is a 17.
17. Noted. Brother Nature doesn't stop. Again, Brother Nature. The drow doesn't stop, doesn't, give a cue that he's recognized what you've done, but yeah.
Brother Nature likes us.
As we're walking, I'll ask him if he has a name.
My name is Lost. It was given to me by people. I do not go by that name anymore. I am simply Nature's brother.
You want to say it? You want to say it, Caligor? Just say it.
He says his name was Lost. He says that people call him the brother of nature, or Brother Nature for short.
I said no such thing.
As he actually talks this time.
I actually whips round. Somehow karate kicks Killigorm right in the face.
Roll initiative.
All right.
So,
There you go. Sorry.
what's the plan?
Wait, how many campsite?
All in his camp.
I meant the monastery, but
He said he has a vantage point, at least, so he can maybe scout it out.
Yeah, I would like eyes on the monastery before we go in. See who's moving, see what kind of movement there is, if they've got any sort of pattern to how they go around, etc. I know orcs. Orcs are generally not that well organized, in a sense. They stick together, but to have patrols, it means he's got them going good.
Well, you follow Brother Nature up to his camp. And it gets, by the time you obviously had this fight with the orcs, it's probably about 3 o'clock in the afternoonish, give or take. So by the time you get to Brother Nature's camp, you're maybe talking 4:30 or 5, depending. The weather is beginning to take a turn, not for the worst per se, but you can feel the wind definitely picking up. Now, Brother Nature's camp is, I don't know how to describe it. It's basically 2 peaks on the mountain, and in the valley between the peaks, he's made little there's a little alcove where he can basically rest and can take shelter from the very northward wind. And you can tell when he said camp, you're expecting to see, I don't know, tents, supplies, or anything else like that. All you basically see is dirt patches in the ground, where you can tell, like a Labrador, he sleeps, and that's kind of it. And he turns to you quite proudly, though. This is camp.
It's a good thing we don't need luxury.
But you take a second, and as you come closer to it, he gestures over the peak behind you, if you will, to the back of the camp. And those who look over, as you sort of tentatively peer your heads over, down below, several hundred feet down, maybe even 1,000 feet away, you can see the monastery. Now, the monastery, again, from this bird's eye perspective, I'll give you the basics, I'll ask for perception checks in a little second for more details. You see, as was what was described to you, a square building set in the mountains, perfectly square almost. Each corner has one large tower, in each corner that rise up, about 50 or so feet higher than the wall. In the center of the square is hollow. So it's big outer walls, hollow inside, big massive courtyard. And in the middle of this courtyard, there's a larger center tower that rises above all the walls and all the other towers as well. In the top of this, there is a large golden. It's actually probably hard to bit tell in this dawn or dusk light, as the sun's dipping, but you can tell this is basically that of some sort of sundial designed to catch the light of the sun at certain times of the day or year, maybe. You can see, though, from even up here, the black dots and silhouettes of figures roaming around. Can I get now perception checks, please, from people to see if you can ascertain a bit more detail?
I'm going to be focusing on how high the cliff is.
Okay.
For a total of 27.
27, thank you.
I got a 27 also.
Ooh, nice.
Got a 19.
A level
I know
5.
5, okay. 19. And Lavender?
28.
28, jeez, nice. Was that a critical, Lavender? No, oh, jeez. That's scary.
I can't believe I got in that 20 and Lavender still beat me.
You're a +9, aren't you? +9 in your perception? You're a +9 to your perception, aren't you?
10.
Oh, so she's the same as Falcoris now.
Ooh, competition going on here.
Put down.
As you guys,
Telegorm as well.
as you guys all peep over this lip, the second you guys peep your head over, wash, a gust of wind blows some dirt in your eyes. And you have to
Some dirt in your eye.
quickly lean away and wash the dirt out from inside the visor, and your eyes sting in water for the rest of it. The rest of you, though, with incredibly high perceptions of 2 27s, a 28, and a 19, fucking incredible. You guys can see a lot from up here. Now you can tell that what was once a place of peace and spiritual worship has now been, dare I use the word, corrupted into more tribal attire. You can see there's these, like those half tents, where it's just like the tent canopies that are designed just to take the rain off but no wind, that spread across the place. There are pyres, some are lit, some aren't. Graffiti, a general sense of unkept untidiness, and small campfires that are dotted around the whole place. From up here, as far as a sense of numbers go, you're probably, again, looking right now, maybe, again, they're not all out, of course. You're guessing that you take into consideration there's some people inside as well. You're maybe looking at a stronghold with somewhere between 80 to 110 tribesmen, depending. You can
We've got them
also-
outnumbered.
We're Brother Nature at your side, yeah, sure.
We have them surrounded from the inside.
I did some calculations, but wow, I'm not bad at maths. You also, with this more natural, with these very high perception rolls, and with your background, Falcoris, you can tell, and even with yourself as well, Killigan, I'd say, is also with this, they're not militarized per se, lookouts, but there is a sense of purpose. There are watchmen. There are patrols. There is that sense of, again, especially you, Falcoris, knowing what orc tribes are more like, or just if it attacks, fuck it, we'll retaliate at some point. This isn't like them. This is almost, for an orc term, is regimented. So we're going to use the word loosely, but in orc terms, it's quite a big deal to have this formation of sorts. You do see as well, as been noted, and Brother Nature will even point this out to yourself a little bit gloomily, where one of these cliffs, or one of these walls, sorry, overhang a cliff, and you can see a sheer drop all the way down. Now this drop maybe goes several hundred, 500, 600 feet down. And even from up here, you can tell there's faint little outlines of individuals on the rock. And Brother Nature will again confirm that he doesn't know it's called lottery, but he will confirm that he has observed people for sport being kicked over the edge every single day at dawn.
So how high was it?
That's
I'll say
higher
maximum
than-
about
I remember
600 feet.
my estimate.
600 feet. Fucking hell! Got to redo the math.
That's double.
Alright. Okay. Yeah. So I can just Well, carry on.
Add more newtons. Even Brother Nature, you can tell, is quite gloom when he points out that bit. And Brother Nature also help out and points out the things that he's observed, which again, with your high rolls, you're all aware about.
And
Fucking Christ.
another thing I would like to look for is sections. Now, so like, is there ways that if we were to enter through a certain point, and could we hide so we're not like, basically what I'm trying to say is so we can get from like a little path that we can avoid the main thoroughfare of like orcs. So then if we are doing encounter any, we're like only encountering a few and not the, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Again, there's no more rolls required with that. With what you're looking for then, the points of least guardedness, for lack of a better term, are the top of the corner towers. Up there, you can only see there's maybe one or two orc that guards the very, very tip top of these high towers. The central tower is completely unguarded, but it doesn't have a rooftop per se, just this massive monument of sorts upon it. But the top towers, the four towers apart from that, are the least guarded ground points that you can tell. And then you can probably work your way through down the tower, and then the walls themselves. Again, the walls are fairly guarded, but again, compared to the main thoroughfare, less.
Can I, as I'll just use the message, fill Brother Nature in on what we know about the lottery. Just making sure. I'm essentially trying to guilt trip him.
Make your choice, either intimidation or persuasion check. If you're trying to
I'm
scare
not
him
trying
with
to
the...
intimidate Brother Nature.
It's
I'm
intimidation
not
since
trying to intimidate Brother Nature.
you're not trying to intimidate Brother Nature, but are you trying to scare him with the story, or are you trying to persuade him with the story, if that makes sense?
I will try to persuade him, but I've got a +0 for both.
Fair enough.
That was a 4.
The outcome is the same. They all get kicked over the edge all the same. It doesn't matter the root cause, it's evil all the same.
Jesus Christ.
Can I also take like a just a moment to individually warn everyone in the party using message? I don't know if he's going to take lighting a fire to kindly.
As I can reply with message
Yeah,
in
you
my
can
head,
play a message, yeah.
I will reply to Telegram and say fire is part of nature as well.
Depends what you're burning.
Risk it.
Well, it's only buildings we're burning, unless they've got some sort of fucking, like sacred tree in there. We're fine.
You don't see a tree.
Sorry, guys, I've just done the new math. You're not living.
I can't explain it, but I feel like I'd survive.
It's over 1 million now.
I think I could survive.
1,000. Anyway,
1,217,800. Good sir, you are not even paced at this point.
Mother Nature will then take a step away from the mountaintop, and then he'll just begin to sit down in the dirt.
How far are we looking down to the monastery?
So you are above the monastery, about 1,000 feet, or no, not above 1,000 feet from it. From an actual direct height in a straight line, maybe 200 feet by the monastery, but the monastery itself is maybe like a kilometer away. Like,
Okay.
You know, on the hypotenuse.
Can I just spend some time?
There's a kilometer a bit too far
Looking-
from us. Fuck, I don't care. It's D&D.
Theater of the mind that can I just spend some time looking for maybe alternative entrances?
Make another perception check for me, please.
That's not that good. It's
Do you have the spyglass that gives you advantage, or?
I do have a spyglass. Can I use a spyglass? Because I rolled
can,
a 2
absolutely.
on the die.
Yeah, I believe that gives you advantage, so by all means.
Fuck. Alright, that's a 22 now.
22. You take some
Okay,
time
just
to
pull that.
study a little bit longer, and I would say, obviously, if any immediate conversations are had, you might be out of them just for a little bit, because you're taking that time to longer watch sort of thing. What you do see is, yes, there's the main entrance, which is impossible to sneak around. Even your high skills as a thief and a rogue of the night, you are confident that this is nigh on impossible to get through the main gate undetected. What you do see, and marrying up to what Tom said in your head, something catches your eye where you're looking over the walls, and what would be the western wall. There's a point where it gets close, where the wall comes close to the actual tower itself, and the rock of the cliff seems to always catch up to the lip of the wall. And at that point, there's only maybe a 15-foot gap, maybe 20-foot gap. It's hard to tell from this far away, between the rocky cliff and the top of the wall. Maybe at maximum 20-foot gap. It's not an entrance of deliberate, but it seems to be at the point of least resistance, as far as an entry point could go from the outside.
Whoever's just closest to me will. Hey, look. So I'll let we can maybe clear the distance. I'll pass them this spyglass if it's what Falcoris or Lavender, whoever's closest.
And I would say one by one, you can always share the spyglass and see what Elleril has pointed out, this little lip in the wall. And I would say as well, Falcoris, because I'm going to guess you might ask this, you pay attention to the orcs. They don't treat this as a weaker point at all. Either they haven't noticed or they don't see it as a threat as far as entry goes.
So then, seeing that, I'll turn to Brother Nature and just say, you say you can turn into a beast. Can you turn into one large enough that can get us across that gap? And I'll point out to
Easily.
them.
My normal preferred form can do that.
What's your normal preferred form?
Owl bear. Sometimes giant eagle, but owl bear is preferred.
That might be a point of entry. How close is it to the... Oh no, you're saying the center is like the main... Isn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So going from that, if we went across that, we were on the wall, what like's the line towards the center?
So you're saying just to make sure I answer your question, is it how far from the wall to the center, sorry, yeah?
Yeah, and what
Fine,
like is the orcs around there? Is there like a clear path that I can see? Is there like a few tents that we can skip round, etc.?
On the wall itself, there's no all these tents and that sort of stuff. You can see there's like got like mini campsites on the wall. They've got a couple of barrels that they sit upon and like a little fire in between, sort of thing, with some crates. But between that and the nearest bit of cover, if you were to leap over the wall, again, your line of sight is getting blocked at this point by perspectives and the wall itself. But you can see not too far from the slip, on the inside of the thoroughfare, there does seem to be a small gathering of tents. But again, it's getting a bit hard to tell now. You actually can't see where the lip is, you know, the other side of the wall directly. So, but you can see the pokes of these tents that might rise up.
This is towards the players' theory crafting here. If we get Brother Nature to get us across that gap and we're there, that means we can get entry without any kind of resistance. We have the tents that we can scut around, maybe sneak around.
Excuse
Now
me.
the problem is we're not very sneaky as a party because we've got 3 people who aren't very sneaky. We do have the spheres that you were talking about. Ghost about the fireball, the other ones that we picked up from the cannons. We could maybe use that as a distraction and basically barge away from there into the main bit and somehow block the door. I'm not sure how we could do that, but
Either way, we're pissing off the whole monastery.
we're going to be pissing off the whole monastery anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, like, before we get into the monastery per se, we're going to be pissing off the whole monastery.
Well, it's right in the center. We're going to be doing that either way. Either way, to get to the main place and where he is, we are going to have to go to that center point.
Is there a way into the do we know if there's a way into the dungeons like that doesn't get to the center part? Like, is there?
So there's, from what Tom would have told you, and I say, well, so you can retcon these things. Tom would have told you this one. To get into the center parts where the people are being held, each wall is obviously got corridors and that sort of stuff in it, and every single wall there are access points and doors to get inside the monastery.
So we can go in through the walls instead of the center.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a better
That's
option.
less chance of being spotted.
Plus funnel, and on top of that, less orcs to deal with.
I mean, at that point, if it comes to it, literally one of us can hold the passage, or 2 of us can hold the passage.
So sorry, Matt. I know you just said it. So
Yeah,
it's
of course.
the lip and then 15 feet gap to the wall.
So yeah, from about
The top
15,
of the
20
wall.
foot maximum between the top of the wall and this part where the rock comes up from
Oh,
the
is in
cliff.
like height?
Height-wise,
Oh.
yeah, 15, 20
Okay.
foot upwards, yeah, not like lengthwise, sorry. I should have
So
actually that better.
how close to
I
the
was
wall?
saying
is
that
it?
there's the cliff buttresses against the monastery.
Like, I think
It's not a length height, it's a height.
we can use Brother Nature to draw out if he can lure a raiding party out of the monastery, and we sneak round and climb.
Climbing's a
I mean-
difficult thing. It takes time, it can be noisy, and if we fuck
It's-
up,
Like, I can scale that, no problem.
yeah, you can.
I've done worse.
I look at Joel.
Like, what I'm thinking though, if I can get up there undetected, I can throw a rope down.
Alright. So if we're going with that, you climb the wall, you get up there, you have to find a secure point to put the rope. You're not going to be able to hold Joel coming up that
Yeah,
rope.
See the
What if I go up the wall?
You're not going up the wall without help, Joel.
Oh, I can make it up the wall.
You are literally a chunk of armor.
Trust me, I can make it up the wall. Have a little faith, Valdoris.
Just calisthenic.
I'm just simply built different, okay?
I'm built different.
build differently.
Built with room temperature IQ.
I mean,
Brother Nature will obviously hear you guys scheming, and at one point, Kilgan will tap your shoulder to get your attention for a message. Again,
Oh.
I will happily cause a distraction. If you need a hand with boost up onto wall, I will give you. If you can climb up yourself, fantastic. I can go to other side of monastery and draw them away. I can do luring party out. What I will not do is throw myself in center and die.
I mean, alternatively, we can get Brother Nature to give us a boost, and then if we wait at the top, give them time to rush around the front. I'm sure if there's been an Elber terrorizing their scouting parties for the last long,
I've made myself known.
They'll send more people to try and kill you. I think this is the option. I think he helps us get up there, and then there's no qualms of how we get up there. We wait. Brother Nature, you take your time, get round there, cause the biggest noise and distraction you can, and get them out of there. I'm not saying fight right at the front door, but what I'm saying is cause a distraction, lure them out, take them for a trip.
Will do. Take them for a trip. I have idea.
Kind of what I was intending a little. But anyways,
I must sleep now. And he sort of turns, and in the middle of the camp, Owlbear's out. Labrador's round a couple times, just nestles down, his little feathers ruffle out, and within seconds all you hear is deep breathing of Brother Nature attempting to go to sleep.
we've just had a fight. We're probably better resting as well.
Yeah. One last idea I had, maybe, depending how we want to do this. If we can sneak in to the prisoners, they collect the new lottery ticket at dawn. If we can burst them open, whoever comes to collect, we can maybe use the prisoners to overwhelm whoever came for them, narrow down the numbers a little bit.
Okay, so just to clarify here, so Brother Nature's gonna get us onto the wall.
Mhm.
We're gonna wait for him to cause a distraction. We're gonna go through the wall to the dungeons. Give the prisoners some freedom or something like that. And then fight our way out.
No.
I mean,
The best option here, right? Well, I suppose we're sitting for a chorus. The best option that we can do, if you really want to do that, is we let the prisoners free if we can. They're probably going to be guarded, but if we can free the prisoners and tell them they're on their own, it's up to them what they do then. We cannot be staying around. We need to quickly move, because the sooner we can take on what's his name, Orknak?
okay, yeah.
Or Orknak, if we can beat him, the orcs are gonna seriously look at us as major threats. They go off of power.
Okay, but I think you're forgetting, even with him dead, instead of outnumbering us, I don't know, 30-1, they'll outnumber us probably still about 30-1.
We've just killed their major leader that they believe is a god.
And there's a couple hundred more where they came from.
Yeah, but again, they believe he is a god.
I'm willing to bet there'll be one orc in there at least who'll see a chance for him to rise, and he'll have friends who'll come with him. They're not all just gonna go, you killed
Fine.
one of us, now the other 120
We kill
of us are
Orknak
gonna
and we
let you
get out of
leave.
there. It's the whole point of this is to go to Orknak, kill him, get the fucking crown and get out. It's not to kill all the orcs.
I thought we were trying to retake the monastery.
We can. Once we've killed him, they will start dismantling, becoming all over the place. This, what you're seeing right now down there, is something orcs have never done. This amount of orcs together, working together and walking different patrols, never.
Got a point.
Joel is heavily skeptical of this plan.
I do agree that someone's going to try and take the space, but Orknak is unique and he's been able to unite the orc tribes.
And
They are
alliance.
amongst themselves for enough. Exactly.
We
No,
cannot
Again,
take on
you
the whole
would all
monastery.
know that is an unheard of feat, and the time Lorenthal has been around, and even beyond. Orcs are nomadic and orcs are territorial. What Orknak has done is unheard of.
We cannot
If
take
we
on a
keep-
whole monastery of orcs.
If we create a power vacuum, they'll destroy themselves trying to fill it. But
It
again, this
really
is
is not going to go well. like
Um,
at all.
last
Like- This is just the most awful idea.
So
in the
what's your great
history of
idea that you
awful-
and Ghost got up then?
Well, our plan involves gravity.
Oh yeah,
But
fall
he's
into your
not
deaths?
outside.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, but he's not outside, so the whole plan's kind of debunked.
Yeah, so what was your plan B then?
I feel like would survive.
Well, we don't have one now. Our whole plan, I said in the chat, our whole plan was heavily contingent on one very
And that's
specific
why I
aspect.
said I didn't like it,
That
because you didn't
aspect
involve
being of
us,
him
and now we're
outside.
scrambling for something else when we could have
We're not
taken our
scrambling
time.
for anything. The plan was hardly a thing. The plan was if he's outside, we push him off.
When we could have took our time and planned something else.
We still had the rest of the week to plan.
Oh, yous were like, oh, trust us, this plan's gonna work.
It's not
Yeah,
gonna work.
if the plan was viable, and the plan wasn't viable because he did the one inconceivable thing. He's
All
not
right,
standing
well-
next to a death drop.
You give me a better idea right now.
I don't know. I just mean in terms of horrible
Wait.
plans, this is probably up there with the Hindenburg.
Again, give me a
Like-
better plan.
Let's fill a giant airship full of highly flammable gas that's powered by fire, and then just, we'll be fine.
One last thing that we don't know, keep as a Hail Raven Queen. Maybe the Eternal still lives.
That's if the Eternal's even martial arts focused. They might be completely, utterly useless in martial arts.
From what Tom said, it seems like it was powerful.
When you get the name Eternal, at some point you have to at least get a little bit of survival skills, I'll be honest.
Could just be someone who's really, really old. And no other benefits. They're just old and
Engine ran
smart.
out years ago.
They're old and smart.
Just does his daily exercise. Or her daily exercise, we don't know what gender it is.
I think you're right, Joel. I think it's a bad plan. But at the same time, it's the best plan we've got.
All plans are bad. We're walking in a monastery that's filled with hundreds of orcs.
I mean, that very idea, just saying it like that, that's already a bad plan.
Exactly, we shouldn't be doing this. At all.
I'm sure the kingdom will continue to function without a crown. At least this crown. We
I
don't
don't
need
think the
it.
crown is the priority. We've went almost 30 years without it.
So why are we here again?
Because the Thunderbrands are amassing an army in the middle of Suntop Monastery.
Again, why? Okay, I'll rephrase. Why are we, specifically us, here? And why are we, specifically us, going to go into this monastery alone?
We are
You got anyone
defenders
else more
of the realm.
qualified?
Arguably, yes. How about the whole kingdom back there that this fucker's in charge of? Sorry. This fucker's in charge of.
Doesn't Lorenthal's mountains border on another nation? Or is that
It
entirely
does
wrong?
indeed. Yeah, no, it does border the nation to the south. Who
That would look like an act of war.
north? Sorry.
Okay, so that's two countries we could call on to help us with this. Because this
That
is
would
two
also-
countries' problems.
That would also look like an act of war.
Not if we sent a message saying, hey, there's Thunderbrands in the mountains. Do you mind if we quickly get some forces together?
You know, for someone who's apparently died, you're very naive.
Oh, you've also got to factor in that the Republic of Tyria has completely lost faith in our government. If we can't handle our own messes, it just undermines Lorenthal as a whole.
I'm just not sure what chance the five of us have against 120 that we can see.
We've got planning.
And so far, our plan is let's get in there and then improvise. Which I'm on board with, but
From what I've been told, that's essentially what you've been doing for the past however fucking long you've been.
and yet we've never
Defenders of
been
the throne.
outnumbered this badly.
In fairness, you guys probably were outnumbered for the Creed.
We had an army with us, or they had an army with them at the time. I checked my pack before I came up here. I did not have an army.
There's people in there that need our help, Joe.
I'm not saying we shouldn't go. We need it. I'd rather know what we're getting into, and right now we have no idea what's inside. We have no idea what state the prisoners are in, if they're in any state to help us at all.
We don't.
We could get in there, get to the dungeons, and find none of them are capable of fighting, and then because we've killed the guards, we've alerted them, and we have no extra help.
You know, Joe, there's
We asked if they could fight.
we'll find out.
They said they
Um,
could.
There's
I mean, if
nothing
they're in a
wrong.
condition to fight.
You lock people up long enough, anybody's in a condition to fight.
We won't know unless we try. And there's no shame in falling back and returning the fight another day. If all goes to hell, we get out of there as fast as we can.
That's if we can get out. There's more of them, way more of them than there is.
Thank you. If you won't listen to Joel when he says it, maybe you'll listen to her.
Nobody's denying the fact that there's a lot of them. But we need something to get in there.
You know, the fact their numbers might actually be to our advantage.
If we can bottle them up, yes.
No.
But
All we need to do is throw a wrench in the works.
Which where Brother Nature comes in.
That, and then maybe, as you said, possibly if these monks are in fighting shape, no reason where they wouldn't fight. That's more people. What do you deal with? As a leader, the choice of having to deal with the raging owlbear freak man thing, or
Hey.
a possible,
You're sleeping.
That's a bit
Okay.
mean.
or a possible escaped prisoner riot. Or, then additionally, you've got a group of highly trained individuals who are protectors of the throne with an unknown cause coming in from a random objective. These things pile up and you have to make choices and sacrifices. What we do then is we exploit those sacrifices that they have to make. We're putting them into a situation where they are forced to make mistakes, and we get to take them to our advantage. And sure, yeah, that might not necessarily flip the side and make it piss easy to go in there and actually get Orknak dead, but at the very least, what it does mean is it gives us a hell of a lot better chance than in any other situation.
right. So we're gonna use Brother Nature as a distraction. And then just get it. Okay, so so he's gonna fly us in on the back of the owlbear.
Owlbears can't fly.
He's gonna help. He's gonna push us up. He's gonna.
I'm gonna owlbear from the top rope, and he's just gonna jump from the cliff we're on.
Brother Nature will get you in on that lit. And then he will reposition. If that's what you want him to do.
All of us?
He can get you all up.
And the bear? My bear?
Sure.
Big ups. He's been lifting.
It's Brother Nature, the man can lift.
Brother Nature is actually
Doth thou even
Iron Man.
hoist?
The Iron Brother.
The Iron Brother.
Rock hard nature, in every sense of the words. we're so gonna die.
And you guys are having this conversation, argument, discussion, plan. The night begins to draw in, and the air around you begins to get cold. As again up here, you're exposed to the elements and that raw, powerful wind, and soon you have to find yourself getting the tent up and get yourselves inside where it's warmer. You all, again, unless you want to do anything different, retire to your respective rooms, unless anyone else wants to say anything or, stop me at any point. And you all find rest. So if you want to obviously take a long rest, get your hit points back and spell slots and everything else in between.
And before I go to sleep, can I go to Falcoris's? Just knock on his door for a sec.
Yep, absolutely.
What is it? What's what? Oh, Kelgorm.
I don't think we ever checked the final Sage's Blade.
I believe we did. I believe we looked if it was magical and it wasn't. It was just an ornate rapier.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. GM, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure we done.
Funny fact that I forgot as well.
I'm pretty sure Emmerich looked at it for us and he just went, "No, it's just an ornate rapier."
Mm-hmm. I again, Ghost asked me through the week and I couldn't remember either. So.
That's what I have in my head. That
you know what? Fair enough then. That's what we'll go with.
that Emmerich looked at it, looked to see if it was magical, and he was just like, "No, it's just a very ornate rapier."
Regardless, before I go to spell, I'll cast Identify on it, get confirmation.
No, I don't have it anymore. Joel has it. Joel has the rapier now.
Joel has the rapier?
Yep.
Yeah, Joel has the rapier.
Joel's guarding the rapier.
Because Falcoris gave it over to him.
Okay. And then I'll go over to Joel's room.
So you woke me up for that, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Shut the door.
You go rap on Joel's door, and Joel's door opens a center boulder and some grass.
Kelgorm's making the rounds tonight, apparently.
You made me get off my folder. What do you want?
I just wanted to take a look at the rapier
Why?
for a moment. See if there's anything interesting about it.
Other than it's got part of the final say soul? No.
Yeah. Oh, can I take a look?
Sighing without the need to actually draw air in the lungs.
For the pack.
Joel slam the door in his face and then go get the rapier and then give it to him.
You cast Identify on the rapier, and yeah, it is completely devoid of magic in any essence.
Even the final say soul aspect.
From what you can tell, there's zero magic here.
Interesting. I give it bad time.
Thank you. Now
Thanks.
go away.
Go away.
Even goes around and chaps on Lavender's door just to wake her up. He was the whole three, knocks on the door and bolts into his own room.
Joel's
I'll
gonna come
send
out
Brownie to
and kill
answer
him in
the
the back
door.
of the head.
Brownie's gonna answer the door.
I will chloroform Killigorm if I have to.
Lavender's trained Brownie to grow a thumb and use door handles.
Why is there a door handle in a tent?
You got each individual actual doors.
I try and lure Brownie back
Hard
to
to
my room
fold.
using fit a pickpocketed from Joel and get a coffin in it. Nah, I just go back to my room.
You'll
Sharpening my blade. Preparation for the next day, but go to sleep.
You all do exactly that. You will find rest and respite. Probably a very uneasy sleep, dare I say, for most of you, if not all of you, but sleep does come in whatever quantities and values you can find from it. And you'll wake up feeling, I won't say refreshed, but at least ready for the day. Again, all hit points and spell slots are restored to the joys of. You have a breakfast. And when you come up, I say, are you waking up pre-dawn for this plan with the prisoners? You know, what's your plan there?
Washes.
Like, just because I'm trying to, are you trying to? If you guys are going to do this before the lottery, then again, it is done at dawn. So I want to know if
Probably
you
have
guys are
to-
doing that.
I'll have to wake up before dawn then. maximize our.
If you, that's what you plan to do, so I know, what the air is doing. Fine. So you'll wake up pre-dawn, and it's still dark, but you can still see the skies beginning in the horizon to go from the black of night to the purple of dawn as the sun's beginning its circuit on this half of the globe, because it is around Earth that we're on.
What's the weather?
Fair, cold, and frigid, but dry.
Dry. Is there snow?
No.
No snow.
No snow. Just a bitter cold wind.
Interesting. Okay.
I can't give you too many advantages in an impossible situation.
Like,
I
I
can't
need to
throw you
fucking
one
get.
bone.
There's a light drizzle. I can work with that.
DM, just before we continue on, correct me if I'm wrong. The Eternal was put in the jail with the rest of the monks, right?
Separately.
Separately.
In its own jail, but separate from the rest.
But did he say they were next to each other, or like he's central?
So the Eternal is down with the prisoners in that same area, but in their own separate
right.
area, if that makes sense. Own separate rooms, so they're not.
So we can still find them within, like, finding them prisoners and then find him.
You can still find them in that area, sort of thing. Yeah, whilst you're in there, you can probably find the Eternal.
Okay, cool. Well, Brother Nature. Excuse me. Time to get up. Hi.
The large owl bear. And does a big dog stretch where it puts his front paws out in the back, all the way back. Then does it when it leans forward again, stretches. And then as it stretches down, in a blink of an eye, a naked drow is in front of you again. Best back crack.
Alright, well. Guess no time like the present.
Hollow. And he turns and just begins to walk down the mountain.
Fall. Good up. Fall.
Yeah.
You guys are all walking over toward this, and it takes maybe about, from your position, the good thing is you're going downhill, so it doesn't take you too long before you start need to be a bit stealthier. Maybe about half hour, 45 minutes of walking, before Brother Nature himself begins to get low and start to hug the shadows a little bit more. And what's working your advantage, where the monastery is positioned against the rising sun, the shadows are elongated towards you at this point. You have that advantage of you're going to stay in the shadows a little bit longer than if you're trying to go from the other side. I would like, though, everyone to make a stealth check. Actually, before that, Brother Nature will cast Pass Without Trace.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
So you all get plus 10 to your stealth check.
Do I still roll with disadvantage?
Yeah, we still roll this.
You get plus 10 to the roll.
Or is this moving at half speed stealthy or
It's
normal
whatever
speed
you would
stealthy?
like to do. If you guys want to move at half speed, if you want to go quick.
Kind of time is of the essence.
Yeah,
here,
we're
to get
going
in before
quick.
the lottery.
That's
We
fine.
might as well not bother because
Because you've already got a plus 10. You're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it plus 10 and then plus whatever our bonus is as well, or
Yes,
is it just
yes,
a flat
bonus.
one?
No,
Yeah.
plus
So
10
normal
plus your
stealth roll,
bonus.
then plus the
Plus
plus 10.
Plus, yeah.
Oh, well, that's not... That's not going to make much of a difference, boys.
So, Falcoris.
24.
Nice. That with the plus 10?
That's with a plus 10.
Anna? Or, sorry,
Funny,
fucking hell.
Taylor just told me hers. Jesus.
We'll come to that, because I'm going to order the
Christ.
cameras right now, so 20
Yeah,
from
that's
you,
fine.
Wash, perfect. Caligorm?
41.
Joel?
Well, before disadvantage, it was 27. Then it's a nat 1.
What's the total still, just so I can try and...
That one, so 13.
13. And Lavender? 53.
38.
38. Fucking hell. I will happily say that between a 38 and a 41 does kind of negate the natural one from Joel.
Thank you.
But everyone, Brother Nature rolled himself a 30 total.
Nice.
All move stealthily and quietly. And from here this point, you can see what betrays them and the patrols is the orcs are carrying torches. Not all of them, but you can see some of the patrols are carrying torches. And you can see that as you're getting close to Falcoris, you will see that there's these bins that are filled with arrows, with torches next to them, and you get that feeling. You've seen before in the military, these arrows are ready to be set alight at any point, the flaming tipped arrows. Fun fact, completely useless feature, but there we go. Hollywood likes to do its thing. And D&D thus far. But you can see these barrels of flame-tipped arrows at the ready, though currently not on fire. But as you guys get close, with your incredible good stealth checks plus Joel, you will make your way over to this wall, completely undetected. As you guys get to the edge of the wall, Brother Nature hunkers down again, and before you can see, there's a slight rustle of feathers that you can see, and the large owl bear is in front of you. It looks up at the gap between yourselves and the wall. I know, right? Good timing. And what we'll then do is Brother Nature will then put his hind legs on the ground still, then stand up on the hind legs and put his arms against the wall. If you then climb his back onto his shoulders, it's then only like a 5 foot, 6 foot gap that you can all reach up and grab and give each other a hand up with. Brother Nature can really shorten that distance for you all to not have to worry about climbing or even making a roll to climb at all. You can just get up on the wall if you wanted to.
Of course, we'll go first to then help everybody else up.
Yep. One by one, with Falcorus taking the charge, you all climb stealthily up into this wall. We'll carry those rolls forward. Once everybody is up on the wall, including Brownie, I will say as well. Brother Nature, without checking to make sure you guys are okay, you need him for anything else, silently runs off into the darkness.
Brownie, stay quiet. Stay down. No, quiet. No, whisper. We've worked on this.
He gives you a big wet kiss.
You ever heard of bear whisper?
That's better. There you go. Good boy, Brownie. Give him a better ration.
Wait to humor your DM, make him become a fucking bear.
See, so as we kind of wait for the distraction, can I make my way over to one of these buckets?
Yeah.
Of fire arrows?
Yeah.
Or the...
You can see
Is
it's,
it
just it's a small barrel. It's got about 20 hours or so, and as you get closer, you can even smell from here. It's like almost like instead of being like an oil like the military use, it's like a tar, like more nature-based materials that have been used to create this flammable item. But yeah,
I'll hold one up to Lavender.
Why is Caligor waving arrows at me?
Because you want them?
I mean, you can take some of these. Use them.
He's finally lost it.
Sure, I guess I can take.
you can take some fire arrows, which I will say to the the purposes of actually doing damage.
Oh my gosh,
They do-
you can't see.
They do no additional damage to creatures. However, if you're trying to set fire to a building, you do additional fire damage to a building if it has flammable items, but does no additional damage to people or creatures.
Falcoris will be on the lookout if you don't mind.
Yep, make a perception check, good sir.
26.
What are you looking for? Just patrols or
Everything.
What?
He was literally on the
Everything.
lookout, watching for movement, watching for when eventually shit goes down, if anybody sees us or like is like scouting around, etc., etc.
not a problem? With that one there, you can tell with the 26, you believe and you feel confident that you have remained undetected thus far. Sorry, 2 seconds. You can also see from up here, there is a patrol nearby, but again, they're sort of either deep in a bottle or just in their own deep conversations where they haven't noticed you on this wall. They're on the wall with you, maybe about 40-50 feet away, but you've gone completely undetected, hiding in the shadows still. And yeah, you can then also, if you look over the edge, you can see where these tents you sort of saw beforehand, back in Brother Nature's camp. It's a small collection, like a mini marquee sort of thing, where the orcs have basically stockpiled some of their own weapons they've stolen, procured, killed for. I'm not going to say an armory of sorts, but again, it's just a stockpile of quick-to-hand swords, shields, and spears.
And from where I'm looking, can I see an entry point into the walls?
Yes,
From where we are?
100%. Without checking, again, with that 26 check, you can easily see that if you go down to the ground, which you can either do by going off the wall, which is from here to the thoroughfare about 20-foot drop, there's doors, multiple doors, 2 doors on each wall that
Anything
you
from
believe
up
from
here
Tom's information.
that we don't have to
The
go
only
down?
doors you see up here is door that leads into the tower. There's no hatchways or anything else like that. There's a staircase that goes down into the main thoroughfare as well, but there's no direct hatchways into the floor. I just realized this music's a bit shit for the situation. Let me try and fix that.
It's very relaxing considering what we're doing.
Yeah, we need
Yeah,
like
that's what I just kind of realized.
they're like Metal Gear in here, like medieval Metal Gear, please.
Dun 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 dun.
Um,
Can we get
Yeah,
a Pacific
that's-
Rim theme when Brother Nature comes out the woods to?
Matt Caesar, can I just like stash the remaining fire arrows elsewhere?
100%. You shove them up your prison pocket and you're good to go.
You know, I actually just shove them all in the bag full.
Oh, that also works.
Like every single one that I can see confidently without like exposing myself, I'm disposing of so that
Your
they can't get them on the way
kleptomaniac
past.
fingers get a bit sexy with it and start pinching arrows.
Everything in the bag of holding is now covered in tar.
Quite literally. But you pull these arrows out and still remain undetected quite happily. Now, I will ask the party, are you waiting for the distraction that Brother Nature's going to cause before you move? Just so I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. You guys wait. Painful 1 minute. 2 minute. 5 minute. Time drags on, and as you're sat there sitting still in enemy territory, you're all in one way or another nervous, I'd say, if you don't mind me telling you how you feel at that point. Falcorus, you keep watching this patrol that's nearby. I'd say, Kelgorm, you're only stealing these arrows to keep your fingers and hands busy and to keep your mind entertained. Joel, you're sitting there trying to... This is such a bad idea. This is such a bad idea. Lavender, you're trying to stay calm, trying to keep your bear calm, trying to keep yourself centered. Wash, there's fucking orcs in it, man. You'll get this done. You got a big boss armor, you're fine. But eventually, you hear off in the distance on the eastern wall adjacent to you what sounds like shouting. Then it's a shout of louder. Then it's a war horn being blared. And if you look over, you can all see an owlbear is currently running across the eastern rampart of the monastery, and it is making its way towards the northern edge, where there is this sheer drop cliff face. And this owlbear is being hit, but delivering mightier blows, and it is suffering as it is tearing through the ranks on this eastern wall right now. And all eyes that are above ground are falling to this eastern wall.
Okay, as soon as that happens, it's go time. Move. And chorus. I don't know whether to go to the tower or to go to the fucking thing with
There is a staircase down.
the staircase. Yeah, probably take the staircase down.
We got prisoners. Yeah, we don't have to worry about them after we freed them. That's their own business.
No, I'm just thinking of how to get into the wall that we then can get into the monastery.
So you have the staircase that goes in from the wall to the main thoroughfare, or you have the tower that has a presumably a staircase down inside.
I say just down.
Yeah, well, into the
down to the
tower where there
thoroughfare.
could be orcs.
No, in the wall.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying. It's in the tower.
Didn't you say that there was one from the wall and then one in
There's
the
a
tower?
staircase, yes, so there's a staircase that you can see that goes off the wall directly into the outside thoroughfare.
All right, yeah.
And then there's a tower behind you which has a door
Yeah.
against it.
I'll be going down into the outside thoroughfare because you said there is a door into the walls as well. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay,
Yep.
then I'll be going down that stairs.
Cool. Does everybody follow suit, or is anybody splitting the party and doing anything different?
I'm
Sounds
going to
fine to me.
assume we're staying together. Yeah,
Yeah, I think if we don't, we're dead.
I want to.
we'll be
also
outnumbered even more.
See the tower? Does that have like a keyhole on it?
It does indeed, yep.
Can I just quickly peep through the keyhole and then
Make
catching
a
up in the rear?
Perception check quickly.
21.
21. Peeping through this peephole, or this keyhole, sorry, you can see that this initial room, it's obviously hard to tell through a tiny little gap like that, but seems to be unoccupied, best you can tell. And it just seems to be a staircase,
Okay.
from best you can ascertain. But again, you can't confidently say it is empty.
I'll once I catch up with everyone, I'll just whisper it to whoever's closest to me that I don't think anyone's in there.
You make your way down to the main thoroughfare with Caligorm catching up, whispering to whoever's at the back of the pack that information. You can see that as this fight's going on to the eastern wall, Brother Nature is, again, delivering blow after blow and is killing a few of these orc for you. But he is quickly becoming outnumbered, and you can tell even from now he is giving the signs of he's looking his head left and right. He's looking not for an escape right now, but he's weighing his options up as he is quickly realizing that not that he wasn't aware about it, but the fight is getting a bit one-sided at this point, and he might need to leave. But he is still being brave and holding his ground all the same. You guys make your way to one of the doors or something different?
Yeah, they're going for one of the doors as like stealthily and out of sight as possible.
Yep.
And then obviously
Easy
getting in
enough.
the doors.
You reach the door and you put your hand on the handle. It is unlocked, so you can open it straight away.
Open the door and get in.
You open the door and fling yourselves inside, closing it behind you with a soft thud, I'd say, trying to not draw attention. And Brother Nature falls out of your sight. You're unsure what happens, but you now find yourselves inside this stone wall. Now, from edge to edge, it's maybe 25 feet wide, and 15-foot ceilings, and it is traditional, almost Italian-style archway sort of design, with the old sandstone brick sort of look to it. Old school Italian building for our world references. Aligning the walls are various sconces and torches that are all for the most part lit. But you can tell that these walls that were probably once well looked after and treated are graffitied, scratched, orcs scrolling their name into it, like, you know, Guz was here, all spelled incorrectly somehow. Some of the torches just lay on the floor and littered. There is waste, for lack of a better term, just on the floor where people just pissed against the wall and worse. It is a mess in here.
Well, left or right?
I would say the left will take you back towards the tower, right would take you elsewhere.
That was an easy
All right.
decision.
Just to make it a little bit easier. You to pay attention to that. You make your way down towards the right. You push in, and you can see that, thankfully, whatever distraction Brother Nature caused and the sounding of the war horn seems to have taken away immediate eyes, as the sounds of a kerfuffle and fight, and orcs being quite fight happy would like to see what's happening and get themselves involved in it. You push all the way through, and you can see that after a few feet you can start to see more doors appearing out.
So, Tom, the guy, he drew us a rudimental map.
He did indeed, yep.
But he told us where the entrance is to get to the dungeon or whatever.
He would indeed, yep.
Okay, so using that map, how like, where are we in relation to that, and can we get to that quickly?
So you can get to that fairly quickly. So again, in relation to it, you are in the wall. Now, to get on this thing, you need to do is find the first staircase inside the wall that goes down, because in the rest of the monastery is actually underneath the main thoroughfare, where all these big buildings and the dormitories and everything else would be at that point. It is basically a square underneath the main courtyard is where the actual heart of the monastery will be. So you, and easily enough, you find the staircase in the wall that leads you down, about 15 feet down underneath the, or 20 feet down underneath the walls. And from there, you'd be going down a couple of corridors. I'm not going to give you the exact details because, again, it's a little bit, you know, theory of the mind, as we say. But from your positioning, it shouldn't actually be too far. This wall, the western wall, is the closest wall to where the prisoners would be.
Then literally taking that path.
Yep. Can I get fresh stealth checks, please, as you guys enter this next heart?
Well,
let me double check.
and
I
no pass trace, pass without a
was about to
trace.
say it's a range thing. Yeah, it
Yes,
doesn't just last.
within
It's just a
30
range
feet.
thing. Yeah.
Half speed.
Go for the terrible roll.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's yeah. I'm not even gonna bother rolling my second one.
Is everyone moving half speed? So,
Ghost, we're
We-
in
We
a
are
rush
on
here.
the move. We need to be
No, it's
fast.
just in case. It's like we're
Ghost,
being
you
quiet.
get enough of a stealth bonus. You don't
Yeah,
need
I
that's
know.
more.
fair.
I know. And
don't
literally,
disagree.
there's a distraction going on that could end any minute. And then there's this fucking lottery shit that we need
Ghost
to
is
beat.
like, I only get like a plus 50
Like-
to my stealth. I might need the plus 60.
Hey,
Falcoris?
So a great old 15. I was gonna say 16.
15, thank you. Wash?
You're muted.
You
Sorry,
are-
you're muted,
you're
buddy.
muted.
That would be a 5.
Oh,
Five,
oh
okay.
boy.
Caligor?
30.
30. Joel?
6.
Lavender?
18.
18. You guys are making your way through with the two sneaky ones of Lavender and Caligorm leading the stealth charge anyway. Farcoris quickly for not too shabby, but again, Farcoris, this wasn't your thing, this was more City's point of view, but you picked up a few tricks over the years, obviously, with the Mirage unit, so you're not doing terribly. However, Wash in this new armor, stealth is impossible for you at this point. This new armor, you're still trying to get used to the feel of it. It's got clinks and bits that stick out where your armor didn't, including a big fuck off forge in the chest that you're still trying to get used to feeling. And Joel as well, just being made of living metal with not a flesh to absorb the sound. Unfortunately, you two are clinking and clanking. And I'm going to roll some dice.
Oh boy. Oh
I
boy.
mean, like, what do you expect us to do? Like, we are not a stealthy party.
No, no.
No, no.
It would be really
Look,
funny if
we
one
are
day
not a
someone made,
stealthy
like-
party.
Oh, sorry. If one day someone made a D&D party made of only rogues, so like every attack was sneak attack.
To be fair,
like-
that'd be a funny party, but anyway.
Like four rogues and one cleric to heal them.
As you guys are making your way along, all of a sudden the door in front of you swings open, and 4 orcs rush out. Oh, the warhorn! Let's go! Get ourselves some meat! And 3 of them start to run out. The 4th one runs out, then stops. And as he begins to look over his shoulder, one of the orcs comes forward and grabs him by the scruff. Come on, you're gonna miss the fight! And brings him away. And all the orcs, none of them rolled above a fucking 10, miss you. I shit you not, I rolled 2 natural ones, a 7 and a 9. So these 4 orc miss you.
Let's go, keep moving.
We got lucky there. We need to be a bit more careful.
No, we're not going slow, Kelgo. Fucking move your ass. Come on.
You push forward, and following
Um,
Tom's rudimentary map that he drew you, eventually you come to the door, well, 2 doors actually. There's one to your left and one to your right. And one of them is obviously on your map marked prisoners, the other one marked eternal. And they again are right next to each other. And you can tell looking here, written in old, probably actually not in old Elvish, no, not old commons, like, you know, are ye old English sort of thing, an old common. There'll be signs for where the prisoners are that says the wine cellar, and the one where the eternal is marked food store.
Can I take my my little hand mirror
Mhm.
and just like slip it under the door to see if I can see if there's any guards, and I'll just
Make-
whatever room's closest first, and then I'll check that
Sure.
room as well.
Make a perception check for the wine cellar first, which has got the prisoners in it.
25. I'm rolling so well tonight. Oh god.
25. What you can see in there is
Oh, no, sorry,
a
24,
sad.
24.
That's gonna make all the difference, Jesus. You can see slipping your hand mirror under quite a sad sight of dilapidated, emaciated folk that are all cuddled in like penguins in a big ball to try and keep warm with no blankets, just the clothes in their back, which have now by this point become beaten and bruised rags that they're wearing to cover their own beaten and bruised bodies. They don't look in a good way. But positively, you also don't see any guards in this room.
Can I
You
test
go
random?
to the other room.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll go to the
So I thought you said you're going to double check the other room. Sorry.
No, you're right. I did say that, so I'll do
You
that.
go to the other room, and it's weird. As you put your hand mirror under and look through, you don't get a reflection at all. Literally, it's just as if you can white out a mirror. There's nothing to see. You can't even see the walls of a room. It's as if someone has just cancelled your mirror. And the second you pull it out from the door thoroughfare, or area of the door frame back in the hallway, you can see yourself again. You can see everything else. But yeah.
Something weird in there. I can't tell if there's a guard or not. Should let other people out first, because there was no guard in that room, and that way they can maybe escape in case we trigger any harm.
All right. You're the one that opens doors. I presume this one's locked.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
try, and this door is definitely locked. Yeah.
I'll unlock it.
Yep. Well, you can try to make a check for me, please. You oh so optimistic fuck.
My luck has run out, but it's still a 20. 30-20.
That was the DC. You deftly, and again, timing of the essence sort of thing, you find yourself rushing yourself a little bit, and you feel yourself tumbling over the tumblers, but you take a second, breathe, slow down, realize the time is a rush, but you need to execute this perfectly. And with one swift motion, you dig in, click, the last gate tumbles open, and the lock, the big thick padlock, boom, springs off open itself. You catch it, and the door is able to be opened. You open this door, and the second you do, as if the sound of this door opening triggers PTSD, bad memories, and nightmare fuel, every single person that's been asleep on the floor immediately awakes, and they all begin to shuffle away naturally, even in their half-sleepy state, away from the door, trying to get to the faraway wall.
Easy. I'll go in with Kilogorm. Easy there. We're trying to get you out of here. And I'll take my water skin and the rations that I've got in my bag and literally just hand it out as much as I can.
Yep. It takes a second, and it is that second of, is this a trick? Is this a trap? Who'd be dumb enough to come here? It must be the orcs. It must be the Thunderbrands. Before finally someone steps forward, an elderly gentleman steps forward and takes the water skin from your hand, tentatively takes a long sip, and starts beginning to hand it out, and the rest of the people then begin to come forward and take the gift of the rations and everything else.
What was the female's name again? Tom and...
Sandy.
Yeah, so I would just be like, Tom and Sandy sends their regards. They helped us get here.
Alright. And again, they all start to begin to, pick themselves up, realize you are actually allies. And they they're not afraid of you anymore, but they do have that thing of, cool, now what? They have the look of, okay, but we're still, here.
Yeah. I'll go start unpacking the lock of the cell.
Cell next door, okay.
Oh, no, I mean Oh, wait, so they're not in a cell, they're in the
No,
wings?
They're just in a door, yeah.
Okay. Or they've been just chucked in this room, yeah. And I will say, you guys have probably had to pinch your nose a little bit. It fucking stinks in here. I will just say.
Yeah.
If you're careful, if you're quiet, and you climb, I point them to the staircase, describe it. There's a lip you can get if you jump the wall. It's maybe 15 foot, 20 foot drop, but if any of you feel okay to fight.
When you obviously say there's, or if any of you are okay to fight, you see there's a lot of looks over each other's shoulders and a lot of. You can tell that some of the more younger folk, like you can see some younger men and younger women who maybe in their late teens, early 20s, have that get up and go like, yeah, I'm gonna get my own back sort of attitude to them. Even then, when I tell that's a complete lie, so they don't have that revenge attitude. They have that it's time to get even attitude. Like, yes, they're angry, but they're also still calm, collected, and composed. Like, okay, now it's time for me to fight back. Now that I've got a plan for some friends. Some of them are just in no state to fight, and some quiet conversations converse of, I'm gonna stay. No, you can't stay. We need to be together. That sort of thing. But eventually, out of the 30 or so prisoners that you have in front of you, I would say 12 are staying. The rest are leaving, due to just being completely unfit to fight or too old to even consider it.
So you've got what, 18 18 fighters.
12 fighters.
12 fighters, sorry, yeah, 12 fighters.
Yeah,
So
but
he's
he's including us.
You said,
as
I thought you
well.
said 12 were staying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 12 were staying to help you guys. Yeah, the other one's
So
leaving.
he's-
Oh, I
he's
thought you meant 12 were
including us.
staying as in, like, staying in the cells.
Oh, no. Sorry, so 18 are going to be leaving the monastery. If you guys want to actually leave, they're going to follow Kelagom's and Tom's map. The other 12 are going to stay and help you fight with you guys.
Right,
I'll-
okay, right.
I will tap Caligorm and say, "Go get the Eternal," and then I'll say to the rest of them, "Listen, the ones that are definitely like looking at the ones that have said they're staying. Listen,
Yep.
you're in no shape to fight. I understand that you want to. It's up to you. You fight these orcs. There's a good chance you could go down."
One of the women steps forward. You can see she's got completely shaved head, dark skin. And she gives you a solemn look where it's like, we understand the risks, but they are worth taking in this situation.
All right, as
To
long as you
better our
understand the
friends chance
risks.
to escape, understand them. To be honest, I thought I was going to die here anyway, so if I die here escaping, that's all the better.
Nice.
Dying
Yo,
for a cause instead of
I'll
dying
pull
for
out one
mistake.
of the one dagger because I've got two daggers. Actually, I'll pull out the two daggers that I've got and just I don't know if these will be any help. But it's best
Well,
better than
a
nothing.
couple of them sort of not turn the nose up per se. We know just get that.
Yeah,
we don't
monks.
need that. But a couple of them will pick up the daggers from you just in cases. Two of them will take your two daggers.
Listen, we don't really have a plan for yourselves. I think you try and ambush any that come across. But it's up to you. I don't know if you want to go with your party and make sure they get out of there. All right.
I would rather do that first. Make sure that our friends escape, and then from there,
Understood.
we will meet you wherever or do whatever you want us to do.
Well, we're going for Orknak.
You're Rockneck. Okay. Best of luck with that, I guess.
Yeah, like I said, we have no plan for you. Just free you and try and get you out here and see if there's any
Okay.
fighters that's willing to take on anybody.
Well, here we are. And thank you again. We owe you our lives. Even if we fall here today, our lives will still be owed to you.
Listen, let's talk about that when we've done this. All right.
Right.
And then
Thank you.
I'll turn towards
then-
Caligorm.
They begin to start ushering themselves out, organizing. You see that some of the more fit fighters, basically half the fit fighters at the front, other half at the back, ushering the people that can't in the middle. And they leave the chamber.
Thieves still check for the Eternal's
Mhm.
door.
Just a
Nat
question.
20.
Just a wee question first. The Eternal's door is the one with the mirror being fucked up, right?
Where the mirror didn't work, yeah.
Okay. Just before Caligorm actually opens the door. Just do you mind if I check something really quick?
Mate.
Okay, so Wash is gonna lean up against the door and just hold the fucked up dagger around his neck, essentially.
Mhm.
And use detect good and evil.
Let me double check that because it doesn't just give good thing. It gives you actually like information, doesn't it? If it picks up something.
If it's a
Um,
celestial fiend or undead.
And it tells them what type.
Yep, tells me what type,
You-
tells me where it is exactly, tells me if it's good or evil. It's within 60 meters, and it's unobstructed by like walls or doors or anything.
So you can find out by doing this. There is something. The closest thing to it would be celestial. It's not quite, but it rings celestial in origin per se, and it is good in nature, is what you can ascertain.
Oh, okay. So,
Jokes on you, it's the fucking Kraken, motherfucker.
Wash won't see that as relevant. He'll he's like, it's all good. Open the door. All yours.
Yeah. I rolled a nat 20 for 33.
33.
Nice.
The door with a higher DC, but no fucking matter for that. Eventually, again, taking your time, pops open. And Caligorm, as you open the door, you gasp. As in front of you, you can see shackled, their hands in front of them, and also shackles around their knees. You see Quen is currently shackled. Falcoris, you hear Kelagorm gasp, and as you look in, you can see hands shackled and ankles shackled. Uncle Sam is sitting there. Lavender, you see Fen. Wash, you see a girl you haven't seen in a long time. Freckled hair, fucking hell.
Freckled hair.
Freckled girl with red-brown hair and short curls. Older than when you last saw her, though. Much older. Joel, you see the Raven Queen. You all see visages of these people, shackled and bound, and all at once all look towards you. With fear in their eyes, well, as much as you can tell from the Raven Queen being wearing a mask, but there we go. Those who can actually see facial expressions, all of them portray fear in their eyes.
Instantly, I'm getting up and Kelagorm, that's Uncle Sam there. And then I'll be calling. I'll be like, Uncle Sam, how the fuck? What's the fuck's going on?
There's no time to explain. Help me.
We are.
You hear Uncle Sam say. You hear Quen say. You hear Fen say.
Oh, wow.
You hear
Okay.
her say, and you hear the Raven Queen say.
Can I insight check this?
Certainly.
Yeah, would
Alright.
I be able to tell this is some sort of celestial bullshit after what I just did?
Try and you can make an insight check with advantage, I'd say.
Okay, I'll do that.
I'm just gonna make a standard insight check,
Yeah, I didn't.
like a basic bitch.
me, Jesus Christ.
I mean,
I
jokes
got a
on you.
9.
I get +9 to insight checks, so
I just rolled double
I
5.
still got
Ooh.
9.
5 and 9, yeah, it's who you say. This is the people that
Oh,
you
my
see in
insight's
front of you, and that's it.
26 for Joel.
26. 26, Joel, you can realize that the Raven Queen
I feel-
would be shackled like
I was
this.
gonna say, I feel like it's easier for Joel.
Yeah, I think Joel's got the easiest. This is bullshit.
Shackled
Yeah.
so easily, so you are getting the sense of this is someone take on the visage of the Raven Queen. But you, right now, you can hear Falcora say that's Uncle Sam. You might have heard him mention Uncle Sam in passing. You can maybe put two and two together, see either a shapeshifter or someone has entered your minds and warped it. But you're confident this person in front of you is not the Raven Queen.
I'll just look at them and go, "What are you?"
I'm the Eternal. I need your help. You all hear respective people say in their own voices.
When he says,
Why do you look like that?
There's no time. Please.
yeah, when it says that, and like Falcoris will be like, oh shit, you're not my Uncle Sam. Oh Jesus. Oh, not him. No, where is he? No,
Jesus,
no. Oh God.
Slam you.
I'll
you're a carpenter.
I'll
Get him
start
for
on
me.
the shackles.
Make
You know
a
what?
Arcana check.
Oh fuck! No! No! 12.
12. You go to lockpick, and the second you do, something is dramatically wrong. These are not standard shackles and manacles. This
How
is
do they
something
look?
arcane in nature. So, as far as you can tell right now, they look like normal manacles and shackles, or the
chains?
ones that goes in the shins. Yeah, the chains, though, as you look over them, the actual cuffs themselves, they are inscribed with runes.
Can I tell what language the runes are?
It's not a language. It is
It's runes.
magical runes, which basically are that. I'm getting what the school, but basically of entrapment.
In that case, can I make an Arcana check?
Yes, you can.
I have a
That is
question pertaining to a spell.
Better.
Mm-hmm.
This
Yes.
the runes on the chain, are they considered a spell that's maintained by concentration of some sort?
No one's concentrating on there. The runes are magical in essence, but no one's mentally putting effort into keeping these runes up.
Okay.
Joel, what is your roll?
17.
17. You know a dispel magic could work, or any
I think I
effects
Just
that can.
fucking
Matt,
If anyone
We
that
don't
does dispel
have-
magical effects can dispel magic, can free these shackles.
can I
Well,
take
you
the
see,
spell
would you
break
like
back
me?
and try and I'll just hold the shackle out and bring the dagger down on it?
You try, and the second you do that, you realize again these are magical in nature, and you all know that the nature of magical items, they cannot be destroyed so easily.
Oh, but with the spellbreaker dagger as well, I was thinking.
Oh, let me double check what the spellbreaker can do anything on that one.
It breaks concentration. That's the thing. So if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work.
No, that wouldn't work. No, unfortunately. Nice try though.
That's what dispel magic does, though.
Do you have the spell
yeah,
magic?
but specifically,
I do
so
have
the
dispel magic.
spellbreaker is specifically in concentrating, but yeah, the spell magic spell would work.
I mean,
Yeah,
if Wash
fuck it.
wants to dispel magic, then
Yeah, I will dispel
'Cause
magic. It's a cool
Joel
spell.
does not have it prepared.
You
I
do
do.
that, and the second you do that, you see these runes one by one, like stars blinking out in an apocalyptic event. The runes disapparate, the manacles loosen and become free, and Uncle Sam, Fen, so on and so forth, all shake, and they all do the exact same thing in their body. You all see them move the exact same way and speak in the exact same voice as you expect them to speak in. They're free themselves. Thank you so much. The only weird point of reference is Lavender, you're looking down at Fen. Well, Falcoris, you're looking at eye level Uncle Sam. That's the only bit where you guys aren't lining up, is actual heights are off, and your relative eyesights reflect that.
We only know you use the Eternal, so
That's me.
are you a fighter?
I try not to be.
Or can you?
Yes.
We're about to take on the one that shackled you here, Orknak. We could have used your hand. We've freed your other colleagues there, your other people there, your workers, your
Clients.
Anyway,
Clientele.
because I've been saying colleagues all day today at fucking work,
know,
and
it's great.
emails, so many of them. Anyway,
Dear /madam.
yeah. We freed them.
Thanks.
We could use help.
I can certainly try. I might need to regain my strength in a few minutes. The shackles did. They anchored me. I need moments to regain my essence.
All right.
Pretty shackles on you.
The one that played the lottery. Under Oknak's command, sure, but the one who runs his sick and twisted games with the innocent.
Did you just see them cast many spells?
I don't think he even cast the spells. I just think he just used these magical shackles upon me. I don't think that individual themselves are inherently magic. I couldn't feel the arcana in them like I can feel it through some of you.
Well, if you don't mind, I'm going to use my Eldritch Invocation, Mask of Many Faces, and I'm going to make myself look like an orc.
Oh, that'd be good to do, yeah.
More specifically, the orc that I fucked off with the blade.
Nice.
I can only grow a foot taller than what I am, and Falcoris is like 5'10", so...
You're probably like, no, I'd say actually you can probably get that height, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
You can match the height. He wasn't the tallest of orcs in the world, and if you're 5'10", that's fine, yeah.
Okay. So, yeah.
I'll need a minute to regain my strength, but then I can't. Well, that's a lie. I can. Our definitions of fighting might be different.
Well, we're
if
trying
you're
to kill
talking-
Orknak.
I can't kill.
That's
Can you
fine.
incapacitate to the point where you can throw everybody out and retake your monastery?
I've got tricks up my sleeve I can do, but I need time to regenerate myself.
The other monks, they're helping some over the wall,
12 of them.
and then about 12 of them said they were going to come back and aid us.
Then
I think maybe join them,
I
take
shall
some time
find
to
them.
rest.
I shall find them, and with my followers, we can do this. We can take back the monastery.
Is there anything else in the monastery that can help us?
I don't think they've kept the prisoners elsewhere. It's just been in that one room. The rest is overrun by orcs, and again, we didn't use weapons up here, so we don't have an arson to fall back upon. We're a peace-loving people. We weren't ready for this. And thus we have no failsafe to lend you now. You have my apologies for that. A lack of
Mhm.
foresight on my half.
Just
Where can we find
Right.
Orknak?
Orknak the Holy. Now that's a funny one. A crude insult of a name. Anyway, he tends to find himself in his throne room, he calls it, my former study. And if you have Tom's map, she will, the Eternal sort of point out on the map where it is, which is basically down the hallway again, quite a fair bit away in all fairness, but again, negotiable to get there. He can either be found there, or he likes to be active amongst his men, out on the walls and the thoroughfares.
You might not know it, but it's getting close to dawn. The lottery's about
The
to kick
lottery
in.
will start soon. I
like
have an
I'm
idea.
noticed though.
I have a wonderful idea. You guys do what you need to do. We're going to play the lottery.
Alright.
Sounds remarkably not peace-loving, but okay.
Unfortunately, I think I need to abandon some of my virtues and values. There are some actions I cannot take, but from what you say, it's true I have 12 followers who will.
Alright. Quickest way to get towards the study.
On the map, is pointed out to yourself. You
Okay.
can work out quite quickly, again, the quickest way. And again, we won't do all that, take the next left sort of thing, but yeah.
We'll leave the rest to you, Eternal. I've got to say,
Thank
this
you.
visage is quite weird.
It's who you love most and trust most in this world.
There.
Might have to check your shit then.
I'm never wrong.
Stay safe, Eternal.
Same to you. Please, when this is all over, don't just leave. Come find me again, if you survive. If we survive.
If things start looking south, try and get out of there. Abandon the monastery. It can be
Okay.
retaken other means.
Of course.
One last thing.
Mm-hmm.
You seem to know something about our specific arcane abilities. Do you have any idea what god favors Orknak? If he is so holy.
He's not a worshipper of a god, but someone who acts as if they were, though, has blessed them powers. So Orknak doesn't worship a god, but he has been bestowed upon and been gifted powers from someone who claims to be such.
Great, a wannabe. Okay.
Do you know who?
I do not. I can just feel the lending, if you want to call it that. And it's definitely not. Its origins are that of the divine, but it's almost like it's been broken. But you must hurry. There's plenty of questions, I'm sure. I'll give you all the answers I can in the end, but time is of the essence.
It is indeed. We've created
Your
a distraction. I don't know if
Your
you've heard.
druidic
Oh, sorry.
I was going to say your druidic friend has since left this fight.
Of course, you know more than what I thought. Yeah. All right. At least you know he's on this side. If you come across an owlbear, yeah.
He's alive and well. He's injured, but okay.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you, and same to you.
I think we'll need it.
And with that, you watch as these individuals that you know run out the room, but oddly enough, their footfalls don't make sound as they leave. It's almost like watching a video game character in real life just walk away from you, and go into the room next door, actually.
Let's turn to the others and just hold out the map and just like, right, are we ready?
As ready as we can be.
Let's move.
You guys begin to make your way down towards the study then, yeah, or Oknak's throne room. Sure. You make your way there, and again at this point here, can I get another stealth check, please, if you don't mind?
Yup. What dice
Please
do
don't
I
make me do it
use?
again.
You
Damn it,
evil
Monkey.
bastard!
Stop making me and Wash roll stealth.
Dice do I use?
We can't.
Time is of the essence here.
I got double cocked.
That's okay.
We're rolling better. We're rolling better.
Using that
I'm
dice.
not.
Okay.
Disadvantage is a bitch.
Falcoris.
19.
19. Wash.
5.
5. Kelgorm.
25.
25. Joel.
11.
Lavender. Ooh, that's actually good for Joel.
29.
29. Fantastic. Very well. Well done, Joel. Got double digits of stealth. That's nice.
My other one was 15. Fuck this.
You push your way through. Excuse me. And try and get quicker down this corridor, making haste towards it. You get to the room that's been indicated to you by the Eternal, and you can see the door is already wide open.
Kieran, just a quick little.
Yeah.
See if
Perception
anyone's in.
checks.
Let's say perception checks.
From
Please,
everyone.
sorry, yeah.
Aha!
Turn the die for 9.
9. Falcoris.
13 on the die for 23.
Ooh. Joel.
17 on the die for 23.
Oh.
Okay, this is a new thing. Anybody else you can see do perception? Wash.
9.
9.
Oh, he
That was
didn't do the
9.
thing.
If it doesn't get double digits, it doesn't warrant it.
Lavender, are you perceptioning or?
10.
You guys can safely assume, or not safely assume, safely tell this room is empty of people. There doesn't seem to be signs of the chief himself in here.
Oh wait,
However-
are we at the study already? We actually at the study?
You
Oh
see-
fuck.
You are at the study of the open door. Oh, sorry,
Right.
the study has a very much open door.
Sorry, I misread
And
you. I
you
thought
peer
this was
inside
like on the way to the study.
No, this is an open door. That is the study. Sorry.
Oh,
And
okay.
you peer inside, and the door has been thrown open, and you can tell. Again, no check required for this one. That whoever was behind has left in a rush. The sense of the door being open, you can tell that a few things in this otherwise very neat and tidy room have been knocked over. So whoever left has left in a rush.
Is there anything interesting in the room, like any
Make an investigation check if you want to.
anything of value? I love when you ask for investigation over
Are
perception.
you are you deep diving the room, or are you quickly glancing?
No, I'm deep diving. as
I
far
would
as
like to
I can.
quickly glance.
Yep. Make an investigation check, then, please.
28 investigation.
28.
Oh wait, am I doing investigation as well?
Yeah, unless you're perceptioning something different, but he was doing an investigation check.
I'm
to loot
literally
the
just
room.
standing at the door trying to look at different points.
Yeah, make a perception check then, please.
Okay,
In
so
your
that
case,
it is a dirty 20 for me.
dirty 20. So, turning the room over, Elril, as you're obviously looking through and trying to find anything of interest and value, you can clearly see the machinations of how do I put this? It's almost like again the primal brain power of an orc is very limited at best when it comes to reading and writing and arithmetic. Orcs don't write either, typically speaking. Big fat fingers and pencils that aren't of a grade enough to hold their weight. But this is different. This is, again, it's almost like a child in their primary school, but just slightly better than the rest of their year, has learned to read and write. They've learned to take a journal. They've learned to be better than their peers, basically, is what I'm trying to say. But again, you can still tell it's orcish in nature, though, and it is simple, plain, two-dimensional. You find, again, a very basic journal, which, again, if you want to take minutes to read over, you can do. However, it is just a journal that is detailed to be Oknak's personal logs. You don't see any items per se, but what you do find is actually in this journal at a quick glance. You're reading through, and you can almost tell there seems to be an awakening almost, where the language goes from being this very, very basic to becoming slightly more eloquent. They're using bigger words. Their writing slightly improves. They just learned. Almost like the brain evolved quickly. And very suddenly. It goes from literally one page being these childlike scrawls and writing to full sentences, punctuation, and an understanding of the written word. And in the back, there's been some scribbles and drawings. And one of the drawings is basically, again, it's almost like they're trying to draw faces, and they're trying to draw, it is basically faces, but one face is drawn over and over and over and over and over again, and it's of a simple mask, and it's the mask that you've all seen. It wasn't worn by the Creed. It was worn by an adversary that killed Joel.
The final say.
You see the mask the final say has been drawn over and over and over again.
Well, now we can't kill the bastard. We need to talk to him.
Okay.
Fuck.
Anyone have speak with the dead?
I can agree with what you
I'll
said
make
there.
things easier.
I can agree with what you said, Lewis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Starting to think that.
See, when the diary starts to become more eloquent, is there a date?
There would be. You'd estimate the date to be about 2 years ago,
2 years ago.
give or take.
Interesting. I know I'm not reading this right, but for along that road, see when we roughly defeated the final say. Does his writing change?
No.
Okay.
See, the final says cleric. What do we know of them?
Nothing. Just they kept him up.
Do we know race?
We only know female.
Presumably female.
Presumably female, yeah.
We don't actually know anything at all.
Anyways,
But perhaps we should go find Orknak
I was going to say,
and get some answers.
no time to lose. Was there anything in my little checks,
Oh,
perception
sorry, yeah,
check?
you did roll, sorry. You, was it again, sorry, you rolled? Sorry to be
Just
a
a
pain.
dirty 20.
Dirty 20, thank you, sorry. From your side of life, you can still see the hallways are quiet. The sound of fighting, that was decimated fighting, as the Eternal might have hinted at, with the Brother Nature now not being present, has basically flushed out these corridors of life. And you still feel you maybe get impressed with time if Brother Nature's not here anymore. You don't know how long the orcs will hold their attention span to fight nothing. But right now, you don't hear footsteps, you don't see shadows lurking around corners. You feel that you do have this room alone still.
So,
But you're aware, especially with the orcs' attention span, so to speak,
yeah,
it is limited. And if they can't fight something, it's, oh, we're back to business then. You know, so...
I'll turn to the party and I say we've got two options. We can either wait here for Orknak to return, or we can go and try and find him.
I think with the monks, we might be better just going to find them, otherwise they'll be up there alone against the whole place.
Well,
If we hesitate, one of the monks will die.
I guess it's time to make our presence known then.
I suppose we'll head out the study and head back up to the wall then. Anyone, any problems with that?
No.
Are you going the way you came, basically retracing your steps, sort of thing, or are you doing something different? Just obviously in the
Probably,
loop.
unless there's a quicker way up to the wall.
From where you are, there's probably a quick way to get to the north wall that overhangs everything. That overhangs the cliff. You can probably get to that one quickest, or you can go back from where you are to the western wall we entered, be the second quickest one.
Where do we want to go? I don't know where I want to go. But like,
no, you want to go.
where is he gonna be? Because my logic is he's either going to be on the east wall where Brother Nature was, or the west wall where we came up. So if we go to the north wall, we can be in between either one and see where he is.
Or counterpoint, he might be getting set up for the lottery.
Yeah, I was going to say, Matt, is there a way to maybe interpret how close it is to midday?
You could easily find little slots in the wall and gaps, especially in the wine cellar where the prisoners were kept. There's like the little arrow slit windows, and you can tell that the sun is beginning to rise. Dawn has broken/breaking. So you have minutes until lottery draw. But I would say, as you go back to the wine cellar to double check these things, after taking a few minutes to loot the room, you can see the Eternal in all its relevant forms that you see it in. And these 12 remaining monks are all sort of speaking to each other. They all seem to be quite happy to see the Eternal again. That's been an understatement. They're fucking ecstatic to see the Eternal again. And they basically inform me that they're ready to play the lottery, they keep saying, with little smirks on their faces. Bless you.
Okay. I'm thinking it's maybe best that if they're going to pretend to play the lottery, you get in a position so you can watch. Head to the north wall. What do you mean by play the lottery, Eternal?
What we simply mean is, when they draw the stones, they're also going to come in the room and realise that there's a significantly less of us, plus me, there. So we're going to take them to fight them in this room. The guys that come in, we're going to trap them in here.
Yeah.
And then the roles will be reversed. We're not going to be pushing people off the edge, but we'll just keep them and snuff out their beautiful candles in here.
It's less for us to deal with.
I think the north wall.
You seem to know the movements of who we call Brother Nature.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell where Orknak is?
The Eternal always stops for a minute.
It's
and
not
you
in
can
his study.
see from their visages, and again you can all see again the individual faces do this. They all seem to sort of close their eyes. In the thoroughfare, they're with their men. I can feel
Fuck.
aggravation, anger. There's so much anger. It burns. Boredom, frustration, and an ego so vile. Ugh. In the thoroughfare.
So the only way to fight him is to fight all of them.
Surely if they send people to collect their lottery ticket and they don't show up, more will come. Which gives you another opportunity to attack. And it'll pull the numbers away from us.
I am powerful, and my name might suggest otherwise, but I can be killed. So I can't take on everyone. I can't take on wave after wave, and I don't want these 12 brave souls to particularly take on wave after wave either. We'll do what we must, but for lack of a better term, I don't want to be a meat grinder.
No, of course. Even if you go, you deal with the first lot of guards, and then you leave, and then we wait to strike whenever they send people to go check on them. They may come back, but it means that we're not heading straight to the full force.
It's whatever you would like. We can even give up our plan here of getting our own back, and we can just join you straight away and take the fight to them up there.
Fortnite being away is a bitch. That's this is player talking. I genuinely still think we should wait for Orknak. I think he'd be eventually go up back in his study before the lottery.
I just want to point out something. If they're like super grouped up, you've got 3 essentially spell cannonballs
True.
that would do a lot of damage to a big group of enemies quite quickly. If somebody's got a good throwing arm.
That would be you,
Yeah,
as the resident strength in our party.
Yeah, pretty much. That is just me. So
No, I mean,
Hey,
I've got a good
Skunk's-
strength as
Skunk's
well.
strong.
Yeah,
Thank you.
the 3 of you could throw one of them.
Wash has got
Falcor
20
is-
strength.
Wash.
Okay,
Yeah.
Wash can throw.
I've also got 16 strength, so
Yeah.
I'm
Falcor is
pretty
control as
strong
well.
as well. I can throw something if you need me to.
3 at the same time in a group.
I'll go into the bag of holding and pull out one of the spheres. It's like absolutely
So
fucking
I just want
nasty.
to say, Wash has not been told about this.
Yes, and well, I suppose that's just
Phil Wash's information just for
Yeah,
the sake
so
of
all of
everything,
that
Yeah.
was player characters.
yeah.
yeah.
So obviously we're Phil and Wash about those spheres.
Fell in an eternal.
Yep. Oh, you wish.
No, he's Uncle Sad. No, thank you.
Yikes. That's a good point, actually.
No, thank you. He's Uncle Sad.
That's big yikes for a lot of people, dude.
The only one that I think would. Oh no, Caligorm and Joel. They too would enjoy what's going on.
Arrangement, yeah. As you, and again with you, what we need to do is, Falcor, so you take out this orb again. You start to like two-hand it sort of thing, and you know because it is weighty. The Eternal reaches out a hand, just takes it in one. I can throw this, sure.
Supernatural strength, like could Wash with his 20, although I don't know he has a 20 strength, but could Wash just do that?
You could take a time to like do all those things like what's one of the heavy things you had to bounce in your hand first, then you got it. You know.
Oh,
Good
so
shot,
the
though.
Eternal's got fucking strength, like.
Saying, bro, you don't get to be called an Eternal without doing something interesting.
All right, well, I guess
I can help
then
through
a
this.
viewpoint to the third fair so we can target them.
Sure, the quickest way to get up above from here is the northern wall. We can all go together. Myself and my 12 colleagues and you all.
Colleagues.
I know, I'm stuck now.
Fuck. Sorry.
So you should.
Pyramid scheme all of a
All
sudden.
right. Well, warning. If we do this, then the whole fucking population Monastery York is going to be looking at us.
It's absolutely fine with us.
That's
We
a
know
good
the
answer.
risks.
Fair.
Alright. Suicide mission after suicide mission, right?
Kind of our thing, isn't it?
I believe it is.
Wasn't told that on the sign-up sheet.
Well, guess what, you wash.
You guys had a sign-up sheet.
You guys getting paid?
I had some
Absolutely.
moron walking into a shop screaming about the Cree.
100 guineas.
100 guineas.
We're paid in guineas.
I had to make
I've been
a
getting
joke.
paid in these weird Nuka Cola bottle caps.
Lavender pulls out 6 gold doubloons.
Fuck, course pulls out
Of course,
Monopoly
it's got
money.
crowns.
You can't look at pesos for some reason.
Elected for the franc. It's outdated, but I think it'll bounce back.
Wait, You're not from my timeline. You're not from my dimension. What the fuck is going on?
Tuck the Monopoly 50 back in my pocket.
This is how we connect Jesus to everything.
That's it.
He's a time
Jesus.
traveler.
You all stashed away currencies from times long past and countries afar, and begin to make
Joel
way.
looks at the in-life camera and
I have a permanent cameraman that even points his follow you like fucking Bear Grylls.
the cameraman, spoiler alert.
That's what's up about Bear Grylls. Everything Bear Grylls does, someone else is doing with a camera on his back as well. So, he's the real Chad. But you guys make your way through, following the Eternal and the 12 who actually know the way around this place, until you guys, after about 2 minutes or so, find yourselves at the door that they inform you once opened will lead onto the... If you're looking with the northern wall and the cliff edge behind you, the tower that'll be on the right hand side. So when you walk left, you'll be going onto the wall, with the thoroughfare being down to your right and down. And the Eternal says, once you open this door, I think our presence will be known. So, on your mark, I guess.
So we have 3, I believe, a red one, a yellow one, and a blue one, correct?
Indeedy.
Yeah.
One of each.
But what are these spell balls? Because I wasn't here for that. What are
Yeah,
are
At
they
this
just
point.
Literally fireball and the side ball. And
So
then
they're just grenades?
Cheat had
Well,
have vitality.
Think
one is-
cannonballs. Spell
one's-
cannonballs.
Yeah, so one's fireball in a cannonball, one is poison cloud, and one is thunder. Thunderstruck, whatever the fuck it's called, it's a thunder attack. I can't remember what it's called.
Underwave?
Underwave, thank you.
all right. We ready?
Can
We have
I
to go out swinging, aren't we?
ready an arrow so that when they throw these balls in, that I'm just
Shooting an orc or shooting the bolt lead, the spell cannons. Fucking hell.
hitting an arc. Just
Shooting an orc.
I'm
Cool.
going down hit the
Lavender.
That was a bad one.
I would advise you to pull out that gun. Get
Big
ready to
old
use it.
shotgun.
Fuck, is a gun?
Yeah.
Jesus invented it. Just
As Wash says, fuck is a gun, all you hear is the fucking lavender as this fucking buckshot comes flying out.
Is that shotgun? I thought it was like a rifle.
So I'm asking, yeah, I'm
Hang
just
on.
doing a fucking effect, Andy.
As a
It's
rifle,
not a
right? Okay.
shotgun, I'm just doing effect, alright?
Pump
Okay.
action rifle, okay? Just leave him
I'm gonna
alone.
look to the T-1000 right now, okay? Knock, knock.
everybody freeze.
Look at my bear.
We all ready?
Terminator would be much better with a bear.
Yeah.
Same.
The bear gets the shotgun.
You put a 50 cal in the back of Brownie's back, man.
We're ready then.
3, 2,
The 12 monks nod, the Eternal nods.
Kilgrim's counting down.
Oh shit, okay.
1.
Whoosh. Door open.
Door.
As the Eternal on your mark throws open the door, her and the 12, or them, sorry, and the 12 monks run out first. You guys then quickly follow suit. The Eternal looks down to the center thoroughfare and is going to throw the orb in.
That
They're gonna
Orknak
make
and
a-
his little group. Yeah. Is
What the big grumpy rooks in the middle. As
Yeah.
again, as you guys quickly take a second, actually, the make a perception check. Can I get you to all make perception checks as well for me, please?
I've not rolled below 10 tonight. That's good. 22.
Nice.
Ah,
That'd
fuck
be
you.
nice.
Yeah,
I
that would
started
be
real
nice.
strong, and then I went downhill.
I
Really
just
quick.
did it again.
So 22 for chorus, Wash.
That was a 13, so not
13. Kilogram.
18.
18, Joe.
We hitting them with the eyes shut tactic.
That's
Joe,
the
you
one.
won. And Lavender.
27.
27.
Nice.
Oh, fuck.
Coming to the cliff, getting ready to attack the air. The rest of you look over to the correct side and see this group of orcs in the middle. And even from here, we'll put a little pause and set the scene a little bit. As you can see from up here, again, a group of orc and Goliath, and they are sort of mixed and in together, sort of thing. They're not like rubbing shoulders, obviously, but you know they are sort of after. You can tell that they all have the look of the prey that got away, sort of, we'll get them next time, sort of look about them. All bar one. One that stands over 7 feet in height, a good head above the rest. Elleril, in your vision that Madame Meyer gave you, if you remember when you had all your individual visions of the past, where times were changed with her interventions, you saw this very same figure, but wearing a mix of leather armors that left his chest and stomach bare, instead protecting his limbs. Now, he is wearing what is clearly custom-crafted plate mail that covers most of his body. Upon his head, he wears a metal helm to match, currently the faceplate open. The design of this armor is jagged and vicious, that you can imagine if he chose to swing his arm would hurt. You can see his Goliath and orcish features across his face, stone grey skin and tattoos that adorn it, even going over his eyelids when he blinks. His left eye has been cut out and scarred from a previous battle, but now inside is a smooth stone or something similar painted white. As you saw in your vision, Elleril, his right hand is missing. Instead, you can see a gnarly looking axe has been bolted through the skin and through the bone of the wrist. On the same you can see this large axe been bolted through the skin and bone. On the same arm are deep, deep scars that run in a horrible, twisted pattern up. The scars stopping at a crown made of sharp thorns that sits just above the elbow. And as you guys, all near 20 of you, burst through this door and starts throwing these items, you see the chief look up. And what were your rolls to... That was your perception rolls, sorry, yeah?
Yeah.
Joe, you don't see this. You're fucking looking at mid-air right now. It's quite nice, actually. The view up here is beautiful. But those who are throwing, can I get a strength check, please?
Yeah, so
Just standard strength.
Pop off now. I'll go to you in 3 seconds, Yellow. I'll get the throws done first,
that's
that's okay.
Yeah.
So we'll get confused with fucking dice rolls at that point.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry.
The Eternal...
Please.
Matt,
Yep. Of course.
you know how we've got like a little homebrew rule for natural 20s and damage dice?
Mm-hmm.
Does that work in this instance?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just going to tell you I got a natural 20.
What colour did you pick up?
I don't know. We didn't actually do the thing with the colours.
How about we go? Which colour?
Okay, well,
Okay.
okay, so it's cheating now. So how about full chorus? I've got 3 bits of paper here. Choose 1, 2, or 3.
Wait, you being serious?
So hang on. So we got fire.
It's a fair way to
Fire.
do it, to be fair.
We got
Fire,
fire,
thunder, and poison.
Right, put
Okay,
numbers
so
on
I
them.
wrote them down and I've numbered them.
Okay. I am going to choose.
So pick a number.
6.
I'm going to choose number 2.
Okay, you have the poison ball.
Oh, fucking no. That's not the one I wanted.
Well,
Poison
you should have
cloud?
specified before we went up to the wall.
Sorry, poison cloud.
The
I think
Eternal will
that'll be
pick
best.
1.
1 is fire.
Okay, and then Washy's then got Thunder.
Okay, I want to make a point. Would this just be strength, or would it not be aesthetics?
So you can add your athletics onto it as well if you wanted to,
Fuck.
if you're proficient. I don't know,
Yeah.
the Eternal already rolled a 29 to throw, so yeah, they're good.
Nice.
So,
To be fair, maximum damage on a natural to a
Christ.
poison ball, that's still going to do a lot.
It's still going to do a lot of damage,
Poison
but
does a lot if you get them
if it
stuck
was
there.
fireball, it would have been insane.
Well, you should have specified before or picked a different number.
I didn't think. I didn't fucking think.
Watch
And
got a
then-
15, by the way.
nice.
That was a 6 on the dice.
Nice. Right, 2 seconds. Let me get some bits pulled up. So,
I'm going to keep rolling this
I know
down.
it isn't the right thing, but Andy, you are using basically Cloud Kill at this point. Is the actual spell that you're using. 20-foot spear, poison green fog, blah 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 blah. So the creature would take. Again, it's on a failed save and that sort of stuff. So I'll come back to that in 2 seconds. Actually, that's fine. Obviously, Wash is doing Thunder Wave. Is it Thunder?
Under me is the first level spell.
Yes, it's not that. It's oh fuck, what's it called again? Chain lightning. Actually, I think it was chain lightning. Yeah, it was chain lightning that actually got from that one there. Sorry.
It's even better.
Yeah, because again, these are fucking high level spells, and they're basically all 6th level spells with Fireball leveled up to be a 6th level spell as well. Because Fireball's only a 3rd level, so it's leveled up to be level 6. So, yeah, it's fucking mental. What the fuck was that?
They laughed at me when I hoarded the balls.
So, but then
but
hang on, then it's
the
six.
Lord
It's
called
68
them.
then, because if we're doing it at 6th level.
Yep, so Cloud Kill, yeah, so Fireball will be 68 yen, yeah? No,
No, the
Fireball,
cloud kill I'm talking about.
yeah, so Cloud Kill is normally a 6th level spell anyway, isn't it?
No, it's a 5th level.
Is it a 5th level? Fair enough then. Yeah, so it will be 68 then, yep, sorry,
So
absolutely
then
right.
starting out, that's 48 points of damage before
This
the
is
rolls on
absolutely
top.
fucking beautiful.
If he fails, if they fail their save, that is, and they've all got to make a save. Then anybody
gotta
within 120 feet.
Yeah, are they making 3 saves?
They're going to be making basically 3 saves for each fucking ball that's going off.
Good luck, Matt.
Right, so
I'm glad I
gonna
came up with this idea.
That's a very good idea.
I think you might have underestimated how much damage this does. You've given us this boss, and he's going to be taking like 400 damage before he even starts the fight.
I don't know. It'll be that easy.
So, 2 seconds. So can I get then, obviously, Falcoris, can you start, each of you guys roll your damages, basically. So again, I know you can crit, you got the crit there. And again, I'm going to take an average of their saves against each ball, basically. And then we'll work out, obviously, as a group, what's going to happen there.
One,
again, I've got the
two,
fun of doing
three,
fucking
4,
maths now, so
5,
bear with me.
6.
It's your turn now, bitch.
Can't wait for Matt to just decide that Orknak's immune to all elemental damage.
Sorry, what was it for chain lightning? That's the
Chain
one I had,
lightning.
right?
Yes, it is indeed. So chain lightning. Oh fucking! If I can learn to spell my app. It's a 6th level spell. 10d8 lightning.
Orknak does have disadvantage.
You know what, I'm
against
just gonna
lightning
fucking
damage.
do a digital calculator for that. I don't have that many dice, and I can't be asked recognizing 10d8 or whatever it was.
So I've got my total. If they obviously fail.
And
10d8. Or is it 8d10?
3. 10d8.
Okay.
So I could be wrong, but doesn't the fact that Orknak's wearing metal armor give him disadvantage against lightning or something?
No, hold on a minute. 2 seconds. I'm a bit busy right now. Sorry.
No, sorry. I'm just
Because I
making
need to
sure.
roll the Eternals fucking shit as well. So that's 8d6.
Well, Ghost just jinxed it. No, we're all dead now.
6.
Well done, Ghost. You just caused a TPK.
Oh no, you don't. We've not even started yet. Like we're probably going to end the session here. It'll be next session.
I said in the scheming against Matt chat, we may actually survive this.
Why would you fucking do that?
Just to even the odds, you know. Where's the fun? Try to get a new backup character going, you know.
You're definitely dying first.
From what?
Like, yeah, he's just
Yeah,
gonna
watching
whack
Jolly
you over
gonna
the-
toss you off the wall.
We're just gonna throw you
Like-
off the wall. I was gonna say.
We're doing this plan one way or another. We
I
don't
can't
care whether
explain
it's
it,
you
but
or
I feel
Orknak.
like I'd survive.
What's your DM?
No, you wouldn't.
I can't explain it, but I feel like I'd survive.
I have the numbers, Ghost. No, you wouldn't.
I just know I'd survive that.
Even with the updated numbers from the first, you're now taking an extra 100,000 newtons.
Yeah, but I feel like I'd be alright. I'm a rogue.
487,000 newtons, Ghost. Going directly through your tiny little 5'2" body.
That's nothing.
Wash damage, please. Sorry.
53.
He's
53.
having a good chew.
Falcoris.
78.
78.
Nice.
So what's that? So combined with the fireball being 35, that's 166 points of basically just elemental fucking fury at that point. So
To anybody, and mine's is 120 foot. which is insane.
I will say though, see when it comes to like cloud kill, no, that lingers in the air. I'm not going to do that because that's just being the cannibal, basically designed to basically explode and burn itself away, sort of thing.
I would imagine
You
like
You could
I
just
could
argue
see
that
it.
the other spell effects neutralize the cloud that's left.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
because
say, yeah,
I
I'm
got a
gonna say the
natural
fireball
20,
just
mine
burns it
lands
away.
first, and then the flame hits and just.
Yeah, it explodes everywhere. Yeah. Well, there is little point rolling too much at the end of the day as far as dexterity saves go, because even half damage is a lot. 83 points halved. Let me double check one thing though, because there is a couple that might do stuff.
The idea was
That
we
would
need to
kill
speak to
nearly
we
everybody in
need
this
to-
party.
we need to speak to Orkney. You
He'll
know
be
that,
alive.
right?
Really?
You've got to speak with the dead. It's fine.
You do have to
there needs
speak
to be
with it.
something left of him to speak with.
He's in full
We
play.
have-
It's okay.
We have just World War II American that man.
I like to compare it more to the Monty Python skit where they're throwing rocks off of the castle walls.
I feel so sorry for that.
I thought you were gonna say
Creed
holy
member.
hand grenade.
See when we
That would
first
be
found-
better, yeah.
when they first found the spears, when Falcoris Eldritch blasted one of them.
Yeah, and there's like
And
6
blow
of
up,
them
like,
just sitting there
5.
chilling.
So, you set off this elemental fury explosive power of the gods, as I say on this one. And your vision is ultimately blocked, understandable, by a mix of toxic fumes that burn the hairs off your nostrils even from up here. The smoke from the fireball that is then crackling in the smoke. You can see these thin strands of lightning that dance around like its own little ballet in the middle of the cloud before the elementals cancel themselves out. And you can see in front of you is bodies. Lots of bodies. In this area, you probably decimated about 40, 50 orc in a horrible attack.
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
He could.
However, from behind you, you hear something. And it's at that moment you realize there's one body that doesn't look as big as the rest. As, with the aid of Misty Step, behind you, Lavender, a large figure appears. 7 foot tall, dressed in heavy armor. And he looks upon you. That's not a way to say hello. You come into my mountaintop home. You kill my colleagues. Fuck you, Andy. Ruin plans. For what? Who are you all?
And
Who are you all?
Can I use my fighter trait and
Which one?
pull Lavender to behind me, and I will take the D8 of thingy, and I got a 4.
Yep.
The
He's yelling at you right now, but you swiftly pull Lavender behind you.
yeah, so and then I'll act as a shield type thing. Well, we're here to take them one.
Oh, sorry, Callaghan.
Oh, so
do you have your
Callaghan was-
cowl? I was asking Callaghan, just more importantly for you, cowl is up or cowl is down?
Kill is up.
Fantastic, thank you.
Right. But I would like to just loose my arrow that I've been holding.
Mm-hmm. Yep, roll
Just
to hit.
say, I'm vengeance.
all right, Dark Knight's on our party.
Yeah.
I am inevitable.
Where's the bird? 25 to hit.
Hits.
Oh no, sorry, that I was looking at my short sword. 24 to hit.
Still hits.
My sneak attack because I have an ally within 5 feet. That is 31 points of damage.
31, you say, sorry, yeah?
Yeah. Just
Jeez.
with my short bow, not enchanted or anything like that.
Yes, no problem. That's fine, so I'll do that. Okay. You loose the arrow as you say your Dark Knight quote. The arrow thumps into him. He just looks down at it, almost with pity. And what is vengeance? Do you seek redemption or something? Revenge? Did I wrong you? In this life or another?
More importantly, what do you know about the final say?
What's it to you, little man?
He and I have a bit of an issue with each other. He killed me, we killed him. Neither of us are actually dead, we don't think.
Must be awful. Well, if you seek him, I should tell you that every step you take brings you closer to your end. And I'll take great pleasure in guiding you down this path.
I've already met my end by him.
What was the road well trodden for you?
What's your obsession with him?
Ascension. Domination. I don't cling to power. I am power. Whilst you all flee to your gods for comfort, I stand tall and triumphant. I will stand in the mess of your defeat. And look at that. I'm about to have blood on my boots. And that's well into tonight's episode.
Yep, that's fair.
Oh no. Mental defenestration. Hello.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
This thing.
Timing's a little bit off, buddy.
It's an early episode, but we've had to wrap up because you can't really start a fight right now, really.
Yeah, we're about to go to boss fight.
2 rounds in. But well done, guys. Fucking good. Think with the spell orbs there. That was a class use of them.
I could just a quick thing. I mean, did it look like there's any damage on him from it? Like any kind of burn marks or anything? So he fucking got out of dodge before it hit. Damn it. So
He's got
no damage on him.
Bullshit things. And Misty Step is fun like that. But I'm getting sorry, Mental, for doing this one just now. Then, but again, thank you. So coming also raid. Thank you so much for the raid.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that's what I was saying. He just came in.
Titties.
Yes, welcome raiders. Hit a follow button if you love D&D. We're definitely going to be hitting a boss fight very, very soon. Next
week,
next session, we are going to be fighting a tough son of a bitch.
Any problems with next week at all? Anyone not going to be here next week?
I'm free.
I'm free.
I may cancel because I am shit scared my character's gonna die.
That's absolutely fine.
He won't die if I perpetually cancel, so.
Well, tune in next week definitely for what is going to be a actual boss fight. I haven't had one of them in a while. Thank you so much everyone for coming in chat. And thank you for the raid as well. Sorry about the time. But Andy, before we disperse into the ether, is there anything else we should share to our good
I'm dispersing?
Discord, Linktree, go and check them out. Come join us. Come be part of the community. Just talk to us about D&D. We love D&D, so come talk to us about it. If you've ever played it, what's your favourite character? If you've never played it, what would you like to try out? We're definitely trying to build up a system where we can let people play that's never played before, etc, etc.
One shots pulled up for that. I have one shots if you're interested in the Shadows Be Fair campaign here. I've got one shots set in the same world. You can be part of the canon lore. You can be one shots in different aspects. There's plenty of one shots coming up. I got written down, so there is. If you go in the Discord looking for players / looking for games, pop your advertisement in there, and we'll reach out to you.
Yeah.
At some point.
But other than that, I've got Andre235 followed us, so thank you very much for the follow. Again, thank you Mental Defenestration for the raid. Sorry about the timing. Yeah, that's everything I've got for now. Just tune in next week for this fucking scary boss battle we're about to do.
7:30.
I'll solo it.
Solo it. Well,
To be fair, no,
I've
we're
played Elden Ring.
recorded,
I
aren't
can solo him.
you've learned his attack patterns.
I never learn the attack patterns. I just keep going.
Well, I will then say, obviously, thank you so much. It was a bit of a slow game, but it wasn't a slow game tonight. It was a bit of lore stuff, but thank you for that. Thank you for you guys in chat for coming along this adventure. Thank you to my players for being amazing as always and telling the story and helping me progress with it. And as say, we will see you next week if you're into the Shadows Be Fear. Come along this next week, and we should, if you're interested as well, Brother be okay for Brothers Plate on Monday.
Should be.
Should be our Brothers Plate 3, where me and Keela here, my actual kin, play Baldur's Gate 3, where I'm doing a chef's run, salami run only, and we have Uncle Grumpkin, the wild magic sorcerer. It's just a chaos stream. We just chat shit and play Baldur's Gate. Come and say hi if you're into that sort of stuff as well. We have a close of a ghost right now. That's beautiful.
No, I was putting my dice away and one landed on my fucking mouse that clicked on
That was
ghost. Sorry, you got a close-up ghost.
This is a ghost appreciation stream now.
Thank you for everybody for coming in. Appreciate Ghost Space, and we'll see you next week. Bye, guys.
Where's my mouse?